Hello everyone and welcome back to the Dragon Age wrap-up streams. This is our third and final part of celebrating this beautiful series. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for waiting. Welcome. Happy to see all of you here. Sorry for taking just a little bit of time just in the setup here. I was eating a little bit of breakfast because it's early in the morning. Because I decided to do a stream earlier in the morning to try and facilitate better sleeping habits instead of streaming really late. It's a really tough thing to balance with time zones because I have to try and take into account people when they're actually awake, especially like main audience, but I also wanted to stream at a different time as well to give people an opportunity to catch the Dragon Age stream live if they potentially weren't able to do it at the previous times. So it seems like we've got quite a few evening dwellers, which is nice. But it's 7 a.m., which is not too crazy. I pushed it back a couple of hours because I needed a little bit more sleep. But with that being said, we have a list of things to continue watching and reacting to today across all three games, which will be fun. Probably starting with a couple of leftover trespasser scenes and just Inquisition scenes in general. But I've also got a couple of videos for Origins and Dragon Age 2 as well. So it's kind of interesting that we ended up with 3 wrap-up streams because I was like, maybe just the one. And then we did one and we ended up just sitting there watching nothing but Dragon Age Inquisition. The second stream was nothing but Dragon Age Inquisition because there's just so much to take in, especially from Inquisition in general. There's so much. So we're going to enjoy some Dragon Age 2 and Origins stuff in this stream as well. And then anything else that I'm planning to sort of react to on like a Dragon Age romance level or novels and such, I will do my own separate videos for. So Dragon Age will never die. But essentially videos for the most part that I'll be watching have been taken care of already. I've got a list that's been provided, so we're going to focus on those, but if there is anything that comes up outside of that, then maybe we'll give that a go as well. But we don't need Dragon Age Inquisition to be open, at least playing this music while we're watching other videos, so I need to just connect to the servers so I can adjust the settings. Have it so the audio will not play when I'm not focused on the window. Teresa Morrow, thank you so much for the $20 and the super chat. Thank you for the love and attention you've given to the channel. I appreciate it so much. That's very kind of you. Alright, so that music is going to abruptly stop because I'm going to click off of Inquisition. But some of the first things that we're going to see is we've got some trespasser stuff. We've got some companion low approval scenes. There's even some cut content, which is kind of interesting. That is listed here. So again, with the videos, I already have a pre-approved list, so I would save your fingers for typing suggestions because we're focusing on a list that I already have provided to me because we do have a limited amount of time to go through things. sadly, because there is an infinite amount of content to react to. Let's start it off with something fun, shall we? We have companions disapproving. So this could be an interesting one, because we've only witnessed the low approval of Vivienne. It's the only character we've seen low approval of. So let's see what happens, shall we? We've got Dorian. What's the most... In fact, Dorian's section has the most replayed part of the video. Okay.
On your way. We'll finish this later.
Something I should know?
Is it necessary for you to know everything? Is this a rule I've previously been unaware of?
I was just asking, Dorian. Is that so terrible?
You don't think that if I had something to tell you, I would?
I don't know. Would you? There are many rules at Skyhold. Didn't you get the instructions?
So rude.
Clearly the messenger misplaced it.
A shame, considering one of the rules is no strangers in Skyhold without my approval. You have a problem.
Me? A problem? Why? Whatever could you possibly mean?
So catty.
You clearly want to say something.
As you wish. That man is a ship captain. I'm arranging travel back to the Imperium.
When?
When this is done. When Corypheus is dead, or I am. Then I'll be in Urn traveling.
Damn, so he's like, I'm out of here after this. So this never happened to me.
But I thought we...
We what? Am I supposed to pretend that there's something still between us?
You don't need to. There's a place for you here.
A place? Oh yes, I'm well aware of what my place is here.
And what? You were going to sneak out in the night without a word?
Why not? The only words I have for you are rather choice.
Why wait until then? Go now.
Oh, it's just like, just go now.
The satisfaction of pretending no Tevinter ever stood against Corypheus? Tempting, but no.
What do you mean by that?
Won't even look me in the eye. Oh, never mind.
You must be joking.
Like, he just won't even look at me.
There are so many issues I could raise.
Issues?
Where should I begin? You could have made a deal with the Elven Sentinels. We could have learned from them, but no. It's obvious. There's no reason to remain once Corypheus is defeated. He's the real enemy, but you... Watching you spread across Thedas like some cancerous growth sickens me.
Wow. Oh! Okay, does every companion end up getting punched? Is there a punch every companion except for Vivienne? Wow.
Feel better? Do you?
Drama.
I can't say I'm not a little relieved. This wasn't going anywhere good. Good luck against Corypheus. Send him my best.
Wow. That hurts. It hurts to see characters that you've had such a good relationship with and many good conversations with, like, speak to your Inquisitor with such vitriol. Like, oh my god. It's just like seeing a completely different side to them. It's wild. Good luck punching Bull. Yeah, it'll be like the plank of wood on his on his core. He's like, harder.
I wish it didn't have to end this way.
I don't have to agree with your choices or even like you. I'm here for one purpose only. Too bad. It really seemed like it was going somewhere promising. I'll help against Corypheus if you let me. But afterwards, I shan't linger.
I'm not here.
I feel like I'm not here to be a friend. Dorian greatly approves. I feel like this one is mixing in some breakup romance stuff in there as well. It kind of feels like it because of the way that they talk about each other. It feels like there's a bit of intimate tension there. And then it shows like maybe a non-romanced version because it is showing like different versions of the same scene, I think. That's at least how I'm interpreting it. Anyway. What's my favorite, Nathan? I would say overall, I would say Origins would be sort of like the favorite because it sort of starts everything, has a lot of definitive things with it, but Inquisition, I think, has the best like story reactions for me because it's got the biggest sort of payoff, but that is also because of the work that goes into the first two games to allow those payoffs in the third one. So it's really tough to kind of land on one as my favorite. Like, I think Origins is sort of the best overall. I think Dragon Age 2 almost has sort of the best character-driven dynamic of the three, and then Dragon Age Inquisition has like the best lore payoff stuff, you know? Dragon Age 2, considering the fact that it was kind of busted out in a really short amount of time as well, I think you can give them props for the fact that it's a very tight and focused experience, in a good way, and it doesn't get too much, and I think that the character focus on Dragon Age 2 really appealed to me, and it worked in its favor, I think. And then for Dragon Age Inquisition, they were just like, go big, go as big as possible, you know?
Here to be your friend.
Too bad. It really seemed like it was going somewhere promising.
Just go, now.
You're kicking me out? I should have seen this coming. You and I, what a laugh. Good luck against Corypheus. Send him my best.
Damn, so you can actually kick him out like that. He just sulks away. We haven't actually seen what happens if you kick Sera out, I think.
You can't want to stay.
Why? I have to be fond of you to agree with what you're doing. I do think you blunder about, Inquisitor, thrashing like a caged dragon at everything that displeases you. I still believe Corypheus needs to be stopped, and that I need to be here to help stop him.
Why is that so vital to you? There must be a reason.
I'm just whimsical that way. Of course there's a reason.
I don't want your help. I don't need it.
At the moment. That could change.
Oh, you think you would be such an immense help against Corypheus?
If you'd let me, yes. I have every reason to put my life on the line here.
This is going to be a full episode of just reacting to absolute bickering.
He represents everything dark and terrible in my country. I have to help. Even if it means I stand on the sidelines watching, I'll do it. I need to know he's defeated. If that's meaningless to you, then tell me to go and I will.
No, I'm not asking you to leave.
Excellent. Then let's not belabor it further.
Fine. I want you to go.
Right. I can't say I'm surprised. Give Corypheus my regards. I'm sure he'll be a handful for you.
I don't like what you're doing. If
Oh
you don't
no!
help me here, I will find another place.
Not letting down the sweet boy. Oh, he's just, I don't like what you're doing here.
You don't care about people.
Cole, the Inquisition has done some things that might look...
No,
I don't have time for this.
I won't take long.
What's that supposed to mean?
What I said. You don't care about people.
He's very short and to the point.
I don't have to stay here.
Cole, I don't want you to leave.
You won't miss me.
Oh,
I knew you'd get out of control. I'm sorry, Cole. I'll miss you.
No, you won't.
yeah, because you'll
I can't
forget.
make you forget anymore.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But you'll never see me again.
Damn, that's so sad. Imagine pissing off Cole, of all people. Ouch, that one's just depressing. He
You
just
won't miss
disappears.
me. Forget.
Oh, there you go. So there was human and spirit version of Cole. Because that's what I was thinking. He'll make us just forget.
Is everything all right?
Fine. I was just... Fine.
That's even worse. The fact that he could just literally disappear from your memories. Oh my god.
The way you run this place, you get results.
That's so sad.
Can't argue with that, but the way you do it, you leave a lot of innocent people ground into the dirt behind you.
We're fighting an enemy who can tear open the sky. Some sacrifices have to be made.
Well, there's always a war or a cause or an injustice. You think I haven't heard this rant before?
You've said what you wanted to say. Are we done here?
No, that was just
That was just the warm-up.
All right, Varric. What should I do to fix this?
Maybe try killing fewer people? Just a thought.
I've never meant to hurt anyone.
But you didn't think they mattered. This all that matters is the goal, and fuck the consequences thing of yours. I've seen where that road leads. Anders was the last guy I knew who thought like that, and he was an abomination. What's your experience?
Yo,
world
the
has
Anders
enough
shade.
problems, Inquisitor. It doesn't need another monster. Try not to become one.
Damn, we got the Anders reference. Man, it's so sad upsetting all of your friends. What's this scene? I haven't seen this before. Oh, Cassandra upstairs.
Ah, here comes the hero of our age.
Excuse me? Why is she a drunk?
Mighty tamer of the dreaded Mage Rebellion.
I've never seen Cassandra even drink a drop.
Celine, champion of all Olay. Once lowly prisoner, now the fabled herald of Andraste. A toast to you, my lord.
Oh my god.
Sitting in a dark corner, drinking.
Yes, what of it?
It's pathetic. You're angry at me. Is that what this is about?
Naturally. Isn't everything about you?
What have you got to be angry about? Oh, what is it now?
It is now what it always is.
That makes no sense. You're drunk. That's a new one.
Yes, we're all changing, aren't we? Everything's changing.
And that makes you unhappy.
I wonder what her drink of choice is.
You. How could I think you love me?
Oh,
you
no.
of
Oh.
all men.
Oh.
Coddling
Oh.
the mages, encouraging them as if they didn't almost cost us everything. You played the damned game Orlesians love so much, mincing around like the rest of them.
So this is like
I
a
have watched
romance
even exalted
going
you
wrong.
as you straddled the world. And I'm the one who raised you up.
This is also sad.
You speak as though I asked for any of this.
Clearly you are innocent of all that followed.
Romancing Cassandra and like it going wrong to the point where she starts just drinking is incredibly depressing. This video, we are starting off the stream on a low point, guys. We are starting off the stream in the absolute pits of companionship right now. Oh my god.
I have been such a fool.
I'm doing the best I can, Cassandra. What needs to be done, remember?
I do remember.
Wherever you lead us, remember?
I do remember.
I do remember.
The Inquisition doesn't need you.
How clear you make it.
Wait, you can kick Cassandra out?
Coryphia still lives. My work is not yet done.
I don't expect she would go, but you try and
Leave
get
me
her
be,
to.
Inquisitor. Go do what you must.
So you're being a shit. There, said it.
What is...
Okay.
No, don't bother. I don't care about your words. People say all kinds of words. Fun, fair, but you're acting like a right arse. You were supposed to be different. So stop it, or I'll have
You're
to...
not fit for this Inquisition.
What do you need, Sera?
I need you to be who you were.
Saving the world isn't easy. I have to do whatever it takes.
Said every shit heel ever.
What are you going on about now?
You and the shite you get away with.
That's true.
You're punching down. hurting
Cassandra should
people.
have punched him,
You've got
yeah.
power, but so's the baddie. Plus, if you make it all about you, how will I play? How will things get back to normal? I need it normal.
You think you can walk away? If you're not the archer, you're the target.
What is that? I don't even...
Get your treacherous face out of my sight, now.
Oh, but she's such a baby.
So you don't like me? Stay for them. You know, the people you wanted to help.
Not fair. I don't care. I'm not supposed to care. Frig, fine. Just for that pisshead Coryphinus. Just. I am so stupid.
Don't like it, there's the gate.
Just like that. Knew it. Knew what you were. Good luck, Inquisitor. Good luck not being worse than losing.
Damn.
So you're being a bitch. There. Said it.
What?
They've given us a female version. Amazing. I was like, that one came out of nowhere. Oh my god. All right, hold on. There's a Maple Lass version.
Like that. Knew it. Knew what you were. Good luck, Inquisitor. Good luck not being worse than losing. So you're being a bitch. There. Said it.
What brought...
No, don't bother. I don't care about your words. People say all kinds of words. People. Me. People need you better than this. I needed you. Better. I can't be with this you.
I'm the front line against the apocalypse and you're leaving me.
You can't use that as an excuse. Coryphanuts does that.
Still
Sarah,
gets the
I
name
did what I
wrong
thought was
even in
best.
like this type
can
of
work through this, you'll
conversation.
No thanks. I already know you can lie. Good, too.
What has you so angry with me?
You don't even see it. You had to work bloody hard to piss me off, and you don't even see it. You're punching down, hurting people, just like every other leader who uses leading as an excuse. Even if... Look, I need things normal in the end. People normal. I thought you cared about that. But I was wrong. I'm stupid like that.
I did what I had to do. If that means no more us, then...
It's weird seeing my Inquisitor, but like shifted into not my Inquisitor.
Feel fun.
It's so
For the fight.
strange.
Mouth made of friggin' butter, and you waste it.
Oh.
Alright, I'll stay. I'll shaft Coryphanus. The rest... Wish there was a rest, Tadwinks. Wish there was.
Tadwinks. Did she have a nickname for the Inquisitor?
You're the one with the problem.
In a romance?
What?
That's cute.
You're the one who doesn't trust me to do this right. So maybe you should go.
I wasn't... No, it's fine, yeah? You can take your... everything and pound it. I never wanted any of this. I only needed... nothing. I don't need nothing. Goodbye, Inquisitor. Watch your friggin' breeches.
She's gonna steal all of my pants.
Hey, shit hag. Warned you once. Not listening to your pretty words again. I'm out.
I don't suppose sorry would work a second time.
Sassy.
I'm leaving. You and the rest can go hang.
Ouch. These are all quick and to the point. Ah, this one, huh?
Vivienne,
This scene, huh?
My dear Inquisitor,
The only one that I've actually seen.
why did I find movers changing all my furniture?
I'm sure I don't know, darling. Perhaps your old furniture was full of lice and fleas.
You're meddling with my fortress.
Your fortress? Darling, Skyhold belongs to the Inquisition.
I get the feeling there's something you'd like to say to me.
I'm sure I have no idea what you mean. Why in the world would I want to talk to you?
So annoying.
Go right. I'll fix it all later.
Oh, yes.
This pissed me off so
Your
much.
strong suit, isn't it, dear?
What exactly is this all about, Vivienne?
Because I think that, like, this was one of my first Skyhold scenes with her, I think. I think that we had a couple of scenes, but this was quite early on.
I'll speak slowly for you, my dear. I know it's hard to follow.
This is ridiculous. Stop acting like a child, Vivienne.
Thus speaks the Inquisitor who has made so many mature and level-headed choices lately. Setting malcontents loose among the population with no safeguards to stop them should they turn into abominations. Very wise. Deliberately sabotaging my potion to spite me and killing an innocent man. Well done. I rearranged some furniture. Lives are not thrown into jeopardy by this. Perhaps a little perspective is wanted here.
Quit the needling and the snide remarks. If you want to pick a fight, pick a fight.
I'm not fighting with anyone, darling.
You can't make me angry with a few words in a silly prank. What are you playing at? What was the point of this little prank?
I merely wanted to see what you'd do. You are the current leader of the Inquisition. It's good to know your limits. And now I do. Be a dear and run along now, Inquisitor. I have so much to attend
That's
to.
the one that I got. I got her saying that. I was like, So annoying.
Whatever is the matter this time, dear?
How can you possibly oppose freedom for your own people?
You live in the world, Inquisitor. You have eyes and ears. The obvious cannot have completely escaped you. The world is not made up of mages and Templars or circles and chantries. There is no us and no them. There are only people. People who must share a world which is not portioned equally among all. My own people want a larger share of the world, uncaring that they have already been granted great power.
That's not their fault. They can't help what they are.
Wolves cannot live peacefully among sheep, no matter how much they regret being wolves.
Granting
the
mages
Dread Wolf.
freedom doesn't take freedom from anyone else.
But that's precisely what it does, my dear.
It doesn't matter that the world isn't fair. We should make it fair.
Fair to whom? The wolves howl and claw at the fences that hold them back. Take pity and you let them loose among the lambs. And what do the sheep do? Panic. And the scent of their fear drives the wolves to attack.
They destroy themselves then, and they deserve it.
Then how curious that you care what my opinion might be. Let them fight it out and see who is right and who is dead.
You're taking the analogy a little far, don't you think?
No, the example doesn't do the situation justice. Every creature knows a wolf. How do you recognize a mage?
It will take
Vivienne,
time.
did you recognize
People
that
can
Solas
learn
was
not
a
to
wolf?
fear magic.
One cannot unlearn a primal fear. Like fire or heights, it is not about prejudice. It is about survival. I care for the witch hunts that will come. I care for the angry mobs who string up mages on gibbets for the vultures.
Gibbets, huh?
I care that my stupid brethren will kill and be killed by frightened people defending their families from monsters. I will stand in opposition to that, whatever you may do.
Yeah, I think it's kind of normal to have like a companion or two that you disagree and don't get along with, because that's sort of like the BioWare experience. It does like a really good job at throwing together a bunch of random people, and they're all going to have their different opinions and experiences. You're not going to get along with everyone unless you're trying to appease them all, and there were definitely people in every Dragon Age game that like you end up opposing or not really agreeing with or seeing eye to eye with as much. But yeah, like I've met people that have Vivienne's attitude, even people that you've like just met for the first time. Like that's kind of like their attitude, and it's great for me when people are like that, because then I know never to speak to them again. I'm like, all right, cool. That just made everything tremendously easy, because I can't deal with that negativity in my life.
You may do.
You seem to have a problem with me.
I don't like you. It's as simple as that. Now that that's out in the open, let's just get on with it.
I'm not the two-faced liar,
At stake here,
Blackwall.
my personal opinions of you.
He is fucking up that mannequin. He's got some anger issues with me.
Are you proud of yourself? Of what you've built here? How about the lives you've destroyed along the way? Given much thought to those lately? Is this Inquisition all you wanted it to be? Because I'm disappointed.
The irony of that statement. I think what's really interesting is like you have such a different perspective on these scenes once you've like finished the game, because obviously we know about characters, we know where they've gone, we know where they end up. So like we can look on these scenes and really catch characters right in the moment of like whether they're being a little bit of a hypocrite in what they're saying, or using the future knowledge to sort of enhance these scenes. Because it's like, if we were to experience this naturally, we wouldn't really question it, and we'd be like, oh, the noble, heroic Grey Warden character Blackwall is disappointed in us and wants us to be better, right? But we have that context of like, Tom Rainier has made a few mistakes in his life, has he not? and he is now hiding under a lie. So it's really interesting how you can see how the information completely changes how we'll view a scene taking place, you know?
All I see is a gang of thugs led by a self-serving tyrant.
This is what you truly think of my Inquisition.
You expected me to see things differently. Perhaps I would think your actions were noble? Let's just say we're both disappointed, and leave it there. I do not control your course nor the Inquisition's, only my own. So do as you wish. I will not be party to this any longer.
Interesting. So he leaves. Oh, look at that stride. That man is fucking, he's out of there. He's got a catwalk.
You've been both a thug and a self-serving tyrant. I would have thought you'd approve.
I was those things. You know I'm not proud of it.
Oh, this is like
The Inquisition
post
doesn't
Tom
live up to
Rainier
your
stuff.
lofty expectations. I can have one
Maybe.
of my thugs show you the gate.
Don't trouble yourself. I know where it is. My lady, your actions of late have been troubling.
My lady.
I find myself wondering if you're truly the woman I thought you were.
I've made some mistakes. Everyone does. You of all people should understand that.
Are they mistakes? Or the first few steps down a treacherous path?
It's not your place to ask me that.
If those who love you best cannot question you, then who can?
Or maybe you were wrong about who I am.
True.
Maybe you never knew me at all.
What I know is that you're headed down a troubling path. You know I've walked it. You've seen where it leads. But you don't seem to care.
This is literally one of the worst things that someone can say to you in a relationship setting. This is literally one of the worst things that someone could say. Like, maybe you never knew me at all. It's like, whose fault is that? if you take that stance.
About who I am. Maybe you never knew me at all.
What I know is that you're headed down a troubling path. You know I've walked it. You've seen where it leads. But you don't seem to care. I'm not sure we're right for each other.
If you can't or won't stand by me, then this is over.
You're right. Whatever this was, whatever we were, was a fantasy. Best to end it here.
Things will be better, but I need your support.
We're going to start getting into the Caden debates, guys. It's not a good idea.
This can't continue.
We can't put ourselves in hot water like that.
Away from you. That's changed. I'm just not sure about any of this anymore.
Blackwall's romance is a bit too simp-like. Well, he does sort of do that thing at the, like, early on, even when we're talking with Blackwall in Haven, and we hadn't even pursued any romantic things yet. He was like, I am at your feet, my lady. And it was like, he was really like laying it on. He's like, I am here for you. And we did a couple of flirts early on for fun, because that's what we do in this house. But yeah, very, very, very funny. Jacob should be the reference for that. Yeah, but that's also comparing Mass Effect with Mass Effect. So I think we're just comparing Dragon Age companions with a Mass Effect companion. Exactly. Blackwall does know when he sees a queen. Milady tips his beard.
After all I've done to free myself from the past and to make up for it.
Yeah, he's a very chivalrous
I can't
gentleman.
let you lead me down this path, and I can't watch you take it.
No. We'll think of something. We'll fix it.
Some things cannot be fixed.
So you're leaving me and the Inquisition. We need you.
Call me selfish, call me cowardly if you wish. Hit me if it makes you feel better.
Fine. Do as you wish.
Does she
I
hit
don't
her?
care.
Hit him? The punching Blackwall scene.
For whatever that's worth.
Inquisitor,
Oh, this dude's getting punched in the
Tell me.
face.
how does it feel,
How does what feel?
being you? Are you blissfully unaware? Or deep inside, is some part of you banging on the walls, screaming?
Oh my god. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. And I'm rattling on the bars inside of my brain. when he's literally just like, is there someone banging on the walls screaming inside of you? What an insult.
Being me feels great, like pulling on a warm pair of stockings.
Continue with your merry japes.
Merry
It's
japes.
sad were you forced to examine yourself with a critical eye.
Have I
I'm
offended
going to
you
use
in
that.
some way, Solas?
Continue with your merry
In some way,
japes.
yes.
If you have a problem, say it. I don't have time for your feelings.
Of course. Any criticism must be the crazy knife ear whining. Are you pleased to have the Grey Wardens on your side? Do you wish you could join their proud little cult? How long do you think before their next attempt to control something beyond their comprehension?
I don't answer to you, Solas, and I don't have time for this.
Of course, Inquisitor. I won't interrupt you further.
So you're an expert on the Blight now, not just the Fade. Or are you just an authority on everything strange?
If current wisdom suggests you
Imagine
corrupt
saying
yourself
that
with
to
dark
him, of all
blood,
people.
Any suggestion I offer would have to be better.
The Wardens deserved a chance to redeem themselves.
Their only purpose is to protect the world from something they do not understand. Something that corrupts them.
Grey Wardens know more about the Blight than anyone else. They're our best hope of fighting it.
If that is true, then... let us hope otherwise. For all our sakes, are you glad to have the Templars back at your side? A strong, proud organization founded on the fear of magic. What a wonderful job it has done.
The Templars protect people.
Yes! From thinking!
The Templars have their faults. But I suspect we're going to be fighting more mages before this ends.
Templars could have helped as part of the Inquisition, not as a separate entity dedicated to spreading fear.
Yeah, I expect you have questions. No. Just like when it's just like he says it with such such a smirk, like, because he puts himself on this little high platform and he's like, I suspect you have questions. No. What do you mean, no?
The Templars are a tool. I needed them intact.
Regardless of the long-term consequences of their divisive goals. Although I should watch my tone. I speak to a demigod after all, the chosen of Andraste. Do you enjoy the worship? Does it make you feel infallible? Or do you see them as fools, gullible for their belief?
You're welcome to think whatever you like. I believe I was chosen.
So your great maker will stop anything terrible from happening? How's that working so far?
I don't know if you've noticed, but people could use something to believe in.
You give them a lie. Pride, defense, love of family. Even the concept of the Inquisition, those are real things. You do them no favors by keeping them ignorant. But then, ignorance must be so appealing to you.
I don't get to be picky about the tools I use.
What an
If
argument.
the story gets me more allies for this fight, I'll use it.
You're not gaining allies. You're gaining minions. Sheep
Minions!
driven by one false god to fearfully follow another. I should thank you, Inquisitor. I had spent time with few of your people.
The way
before
he
this.
says minions
From
is
the
great.
stories, I thought you all
Minions!
thuggish, simple and crude. Now I know I was right.
Dictate your merry
what that is.
minions and their
Sorry you
japes.
feel that way, Solas. Will you be taking your leave?
No,
No?
we have a world to save. Until I see a better option, I will stay and lend my services to this Inquisition.
You're actually true with you saying like Dorian on the balcony watching this whole thing, because the only thing that I can imagine about any conversation that takes place with Solas here is the acoustics of the chamber, right? Because you just be like talking and it's just like the voices just travel all the way up to the top. It passes Dorian, everyone else in the library. Liliana's just sort of just like at the top there, just like, yep. Just like the echo chamber of this argument in the bottom of the room is so funny thinking about that. Yeah, exactly. You're giving them a lie, you're gaining minions. Minions! Little yellow people, Inquisitor! How dare you? And they're merry japes.
Perhaps one day you will even listen.
Happy to help, Solas. We should do this more often.
We truly should.
You truly should.
Now I know I was right. You have no idea what a comfort that is.
Ugh.
How How entirely expected. By your leave, Inquisitor.
His face, though. His face. His face.
Now I know I was right. You have no idea what a comfort that is.
The way that his head just like snaps back is so good. His head's just like, ugh. Oh my god. That's good.
How entirely expected. By your leave, Inquisitor.
Wonderful.
Tell me something. Do you care about anything in the world beyond the Fade?
He turns his hawk-like gaze to me, penetrating deep into my most secret desires. Only not. I care deeply for many things beyond the Fade, just not you.
If the Inquisition is going to succeed, I need everyone's support.
No. You need everyone's obedience.
I disagree. I'd like us to reach a better place.
Then do something worth respecting, Inquisitor.
Well, at least you're polite about it.
You did ask. I am powerless to hide anything from the keen eye of the Inquisitor.
This dude, honestly.
Inquisition.
You're going to want to watch that attitude, Solas.
Why? Do you have another expert on the Fade hiding around here? Are you absolutely certain you won't need me? I volunteered to help, Inquisitor. Rattle the bars if you like, but I chose to enter this cage. Of course. Any criticism must be the crazy knife ear whining. Are you relieved to have mages back under control? Perhaps when you're done you can leash them like the Qunari do.
I don't hear of mages blowing things up where the Qunari rule.
Of course! Everyone is happy under the Qun. What's the sacrifice of a few lives to keep people from discomfort?
I wouldn't have had to do that if mages hadn't blown up quite so many chantries.
Yes, I'm certain they did that with no provocation.
Perhaps someday we won't need the circle. Right now, mages are too dangerous.
Of course they are. They've been locked in a tower and told them.
For fuck's sake, get this Baldur's Gate shit off of my... Why does Baldur's Gate have to get suggested every fucking time I'm watching a Dragon Age video? God, it's annoying the fuck out of me. I'm so sick and tired of it. Like, I'm gonna have... Oh my god, I just don't want to keep seeing stuff. My god. Why can I suggest a Dragon Age video at the end of a video, please? That would be really nice. I think I would enjoy that. God damn it. Alright. It's alright. I'll forget about it by the time I play it. It's just saying goodbye to someone that I don't even know. So it'll be fine. I just like, as soon as I see the fucking image pop up, I'm just like, I can feel my blood boiling because I'm like, I don't want to get spoiled on shit. So it's really upsetting. Anyway, let's focus on how good that video was. I thought that was hilarious and also infuriating at the same time because you're like, can we just address the fact that there was no Iron Ball in that video? Where's Iron Ball's low approval stuff? Does he change at all? Because that was really interesting. Iron Ball wasn't included in the video. And then Cole was kind of only in there for a short period of time. And then I guess you don't really deal with like low approval from characters that aren't directly your companions, sadly. Maybe while we're here, because we ended that video with some Solas cut content, with the with some of that dialogue, interestingly enough. I don't really know the context of when that would have come up, but we've got some cut content with Vivienne talking about companions here. Iron Bull doesn't have a lowest disapproval scene. That's kind of sad. But it does make sense. All right, so this is like some cut dialogue.
What are your thoughts about the others in the Inquisition?
Our dear Lord Dorian is very sure of himself, isn't he? Let's hope he doesn't get his confidence crushed. You of course mean to speak of your Tevinter paramour. I admit he's quite charming. I can see how he's stolen your heart. You want to talk about dear Lord Dorian? You can admit it, darling. I doubt I can be impartial about him. I have been a circle mage far too long. But he does have a great sense of fashion. I'll give him that. I'd heard that you were no longer keeping his company. I do hope everything is all right. Whether Cole is a spirit or a demon is irrelevant. Neither can be trusted, my dear. Remember that. What exactly is Varric's role in the Inquisition? Aside from irritating Cassandra.
Looking sexy.
So Varric was spying on us all this time. I'm impressed. I never would have taken him for a player of the game. I'll have to watch him more closely from now on. I admire Cassandra's determination. If she had a little charm, she could be a remarkable leader. My dear, if you want to talk about Cassandra, just say so. I see how you dote upon her. You're a fetching couple, you know. Or you would be if Cassandra ever smiled. I don't know what to make of Solas.
The romantic
so much
gossip.
knowledge and so little personal history. I find that peculiar, don't you?
Yes, I do,
Is
actually.
it my imagination?
Peculiar.
Or have certain lingering looks passed between you and our Solas? It's strange not having Solas hanging about looking smug. I wonder where he's gone. Sera is certainly a colourful character. Like a poisonous toad, only without the manners. I would never criticise your choice in paramours, my dear. I'm sure Sera's affection for you is genuine. She's nowhere near clever enough to be after you for your wealth or position, so it must be true love. I understand that you and Sera are no longer a couple. Don't worry, my dear. You can do much better. Blackwall is a useful sort of fellow, but he's perhaps too eager to please. He reminds me of a pup begging for attention. You seem quite
She gets
fond of
that
our
right,
warden
though.
Blackwall. I think it's charming. Blackwall surprised me. I never would have thought him capable of carrying off such deception. I know you are attached to him, my dear. Perhaps his absence will set your mind at ease. He was tolerably useful, but I'm sure we can find someone else to poke things to death. His betrayal must have stung. It's very generous of you, giving him a chance to redeem himself. He is an extremely fortunate man to remain in your good graces after such a lie. I hope he will do well. You were very kind to him, however horribly he betrayed your trust. He's a lucky man. Few women would have forgiven such a lie. Let's hope he lives up to your faith in him. Be careful, my dear. Men are simple creatures. Resentment in his present circumstance could become an issue. You were quite forgiving. I hope he fares better as a Rainier than a Blackwall. A bit dangerous, though, continuing this warden charade.
Same video. Get it away from me. Same video. Jesus Christ. You can hear the approval if you have high. You can hear the opinions if you have high approval with her. That's interesting. Okay. It's just like listed as cut content in like this list that I'm looking at. So maybe someone can clarify. I mean, if it wasn't cut content, wouldn't the video show the actual conversations taking place instead of it being like this? Oh no, this is a comment section filled with people that love Vivienne. Oh no. Oh no. Um, also, I couldn't think of the worst way to be described. Berger, simp and bland. I'm like, oh god, that's the worst combination. It's terrible. Nobody has ever gotten her approval high enough. True. True. All right. Let me see. I feel like we should finally have a look at some Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 stuff. What do you think? You think that'd be cool? Because we've got a list. We've got a list of that to get to. Cool. All right. That means we can put the Inquisition stuff to the side for now, because like we've reacted to like over 10 hours worth of additional Inquisition content. I feel like we should have a look at something else. So should we start it off with probably the worst thing ever?
Do not.
We're gonna start it off with the worst thing ever, which is the dark ritual with Logain and a romanced Morrigan. Oh boy. Okay. This is going to be an interesting sequence. So this is going to be a nice little tinge of nostalgia for us. Going back to Origins, unfortunately, yeah, starting off with the yes, Logain, could you pork my wife for me, please? Okay.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
I don't want to watch it.
I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens.
The loop in whose
when
hole?
the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
I miss Dragon Age Origins so much.
I offer a way
I miss
out.
that dialogue
A way
option.
out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual, performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
Spider Morrigan crawling on top of Logan in a T-pose.
It is old magic.
Yeah, we're gonna give Logan the
Time
best night of
before
his
the
life.
Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names.
Well, something that I wish that I could do, right, and you can't do it, is I wish that there was an option to like turn off suggested videos at the end. But so how YouTube works, right, I'll give you some insider perspective, is when you upload a video, you can put an end screen at the end of your video, and I have mine set up so it has this is my subscribe, this is my Patreon, and this is a recommended video from my channel. You know, so it's like it's just all sort of focused on stuff. But this one on YouTube, it just goes, here's a fucking random ass video of a completely different game, you know? Kills me. A Dragon Age memes up for consideration. Last stream we did the Solas and Iron Bull party banter where they played chess, and we watched like an animated version of that, and that was exceptional. As long as there is not any copyright stuff involved, because we've had a couple of our first stream we got unfortunately you know, pinged for copyright. And also I prefer reacting to official content because I don't know, it feels more relevant. Oh my god, Bingus. Bingus will show up for Dragon Age stream and not my Final Fantasy XIV streams, of which he enjoys that critically acclaimed MMORPG experience. Interesting behavior, Bingus.
Perhaps, but that price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more.
I don't like this offer, Morrigan.
What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process. Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death. Or better yet, the chance to slay the archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this. In return, I conceive a child. One who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away.
It's definitely both.
Do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
Everyone would miss having Morrigan as their wife. If they like Morrigan, that is. Or just Claudia Black in general.
It's why I was sent with you by my mother. It's why she saved your life to begin with. Caring for you was not part of the plan.
Just a reminder that something that I really love here is Flemeth saved the Grey Warden. It saved the hero of Ferelden. Flemeth saved the champion of Kirkwall. Flemeth didn't save the Inquisitor, but Flemeth was also inherently responsible for then helping and assisting the Inquisitor in the defeat of Corypheus. And I honestly think that is so fantastic that we get the sort of mythal revelation in Inquisition, but it's there since the beginning. Flemeth has just been like, I'm gonna save this person because it's probably a little bit important. And I just love how Flemeth is kind of barely involved in things, but so significant with the little movements that she's made. The G-Man of the Dragon Age. You're just chilling, you see Flemeth with her briefcase off in the distance and she's just watching.
But I cannot let what I feel interfere with what I must do. This is important to me. The fact that it may save your life makes me all the more determined to see it done. Please, do not cloud the issue. If you feel anything for me, then accept that it will make what we must do that much easier. I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Loghain. He is now a Grey Warden just as you are, and would also suffice for the ritual.
She sounds a bit too pleased about this other option. She sounds a little bit too excited about it, if you ask me. I don't know how I feel about that. She is very positive about this option. You're supposed to at least sound disgusted. Oh my god.
The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just
She's asking me to coerce him. This is problematic.
If you will not even lay with me to save your own life, why not? I care for you, and would prefer you to be the father of this child were there 100 Grey Wardens here tonight. But if you will
Oh no, that's an image.
I must find another.
Jesus!
A wise decision. I shall wait here then while you go and speak with Loghain. I urge you to be convincing.
Oh my lord, I can't handle this.
I'm surprised you're still awake.
Oh,
I was also surprised to see the Marsh Witch outside your room earlier.
The Marsh
Glowering
Witch?
quite intensely, even for she. Is something amiss? That is an odd way to begin. Very well. You have my attention.
Okay, so just something as well that I have to actually get used to again is I've played a lot of Inquisition lately and also Dragon Age 2 with voiced protagonist. So like I keep forgetting to actually look at the bottom of the screen because it's all the way down here. So I'm actually missing what's being said by my character. So you'll have to forgive me. I'm just going to reread it. It's just because I'm used to my character now talking my lines and I have to actively look at the bottom of the screen. And the scenes move much quicker when you are watching instead of playing.
She? Is something amiss? That is an odd way to begin.
Logan, we need to talk.
Very well. You have my attention.
And yeah, we're going to do the Alistair one after.
Had someone asked me not weeks ago, I would have said such a thing to be patently impossible. But as events have proven to me, life is anything but predictable.
I'm about to give you something a little bit unpredictable, mate.
I don't care for the sound of that. What are we talking about exactly? Ah. I will assume that this is not simply for your amusement. This is the way to avoid death you spoke of, yes? Ritual?
Oh, no.
What manner of ritual?
I suppose this is not simply for your amusement. Logan, will you fuck my wife?
Abomination of legend. This is the source of the ritual? How charming. Even so, none of this is necessary. If Riordan fails, simply let me take that final blow. Let me make amends for what I've done, if it comes to that.
Yes, that is preferable.
That may be true. I could die before ever reaching the dragon. Still, this is unwise. Do not ask me to be a part of it.
Persuade.
You could order me to obey you, yet you do not. If this is truly what you think is wise, then I will do as you ask.
Damn.
Let's find the Marsh Witch and do this thing quickly before I change my mind.
No. No.
'Twould seem your talk is done.
The witch wishes to get right to the point, it seems.
What is it to be, then? Has a decision been reached?
I really hope that it's not gonna. It doesn't show it, does it?
You'll have to forgive me if I shut my eyes and think of my dead wife.
You would rather make love to a desiccated corpse than me. My, but you are full of the unexpected. Let us go somewhere more private, Logan. This will not take long at all.
No! I don't want to see it! Don't! I can't see my wife like this. No! No! Oh no, what have I done? Oh, why are you all demanding that I watch? You're all like making me do the Clockwork Orange thing. No, why is she so passionately doing it? At least look disinterested. Oh my god. No. Okay. Oh. If you show hesitation, that was not good. Jesus Christ. It was so much better when it was my warden. You like a dwarf king, man. A dwarf king. Oh my god. Well, it's like, this is the funny thing, right? Is like, I think if they had more time and like resources, they would animate it differently. But obviously it's just going to, the animations are going to play exactly the same every time, no matter what the context is. So it'll just play like the romance sex scene instead of her going like, ugh. But she also sounded too keen on the idea.
The only other way was with you, unless you have changed your mind.
Let's just have a A Grey Warden threesome.
You are both fools. I will not stand by and watch you waste this opportunity. Die if you feel it is worthwhile, or be overshadowed. I care not. Yes, but not enough.
You don't love me enough to have an old god baby with me or make Loghain do it. If you loved me, you would let Loghain take me. Oh no. You don't know why you'd get Loghain or Alistair to do it if you romance Morrigan. I think probably the thing there is you romance Morrigan, but you don't agree with sort of the transition of an archdemon's soul, because that is really the hang up there. So it's basically like, hey, we're romantic. I want to do this. And that is like a deal breaker in the relationship. So if you've romanced Morrigan and gotten to that point and you don't want to do that, then she's like, hey, I'm just gonna fuck another guy.
Fare you well, my love. Should you live past the morrow, I trust it will only be with regret.
The fucking... This is an awkward conversation. And then... What? Why did she turn into a dog? What the fuck? Why did Morrigan turn into a dog? Why? What is the reason? What the fuck? You don't have to run away as a dog, but sure. I mean, if I had the option to turn into a dog, I would probably abandon my life and embrace canine activities. But oh my god. I know that she can shapeshift, but into a dog is just funny. Can just turn into a giant rampaging bear instead. And then, yes, I know that you did say if you romanced Morrigan, but you romanced Morrigan much earlier on, and then this scene happens, and it's possible that, you know, in a relationship, something can come up that's like a deal breaker. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to make an old god baby. And that's why that scene is even presented as an opportunity. So then what happened after this is Morrigan leaves. The warden and Loghain have a really awkward conversation by the fireplace. And he's like, well, I've taken the Viagra. Shall we do something instead? She's like, you've brought me here for some lovemaking, and the lovemaking is gone. What do we do now? Fucking incredible. That was exceptionally uncomfortable. I loved that. So we're now going to watch Alistair's version, which is convincing Alistair to do the dark ritual. I think I would be able to stomach this scene probably a little easier with Alistair.
See, you can't sleep either. I also saw Morrigan outside your room earlier, and the look she gave me, ooh, that was icy even for her. Is something up?
Well, about that.
Not really. All these men look at me and I see it in their eyes. I'm their king. Suddenly it feels so real.
Ooh,
but
and this is King Alistair.
This isn't about me. This is about Morrigan. I'm tired, but I'm not stupid. What did she want?
Alistair used to look so good too, right? What happened? What happened to him? Like, Dragon Age Inquisition Alistair is an imposter. You gotta say it. It's not... He's had some significant work done.
Oh. I guess whatever Morrigan had to say, it's big. This is what I get for becoming king. Everyone always brings you the
I think it's
news.
the nose. The nose is the
then?
biggest
Rats
change,
running amok?
I
Cheap
think,
supplies
for
run low?
Alistair.
I can take it. I do, and I feel the same. But
Oh.
now, why?
Oh my god, I just realized what this is, because he said, I care for you. This is a female warden. Oh no, this is a difference. This is a what do we call this? What's the opposite? It's like the cut queen scenario now, isn't it? It's the I want my boyfriend to have sex with another woman.
So ominous all of a sudden. I don't care for the sound of that. What are we talking about exactly?
Well, my love.
Oh, something Morrigan cooked up, no doubt. What do you need me to do? That's pretty funny. All right. Oh, now tell me, what's really going on?
I love him leaning on the bed after that.
You're not joking. You're actually serious. What sort of magic calls for sex with Morrigan?
Sex with Morrigan?
What's this ritual supposed to do? That's a little vague. You're not actually asking me this, are you? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
This is fun.
Well, that's reassuring. Wait, no it isn't. What? I must be hearing things, but are you telling me to impregnate Morrigan in some kind of magical sex rite? This child, why would Morrigan want such a thing? Does she want an heir to the throne?
Oh, this is good.
Oh, well, that's so much better, don't you think? Here I was, worried about creating another bastard heir, and I didn't even consider that it might also be some dragon god! Whatever! Look, even if I was willing to entertain this idea, and I'm not saying I am, is this really what you want me to do? Are you sure?
Oh, the voice acting is 10 out of 10.
No, I can't. I can't do it.
Oh my god.
You can't ask me to do this, not like this. Oh, great. Of all the times to regret being a man. Look, just because I have the proper... just because I can... Look, that doesn't make this a good idea.
Oh my god.
High enough. You have met her before, right? So, that's how it's going to be, is it? I suppose I'll just have to live with the fact that you have me completely wrapped around your finger. All right, I give up. I'll do it. Oh, where is
Alistair would do anything
going
for
to get
us.
this over with before I change my mind.
Wrapped around our finger, huh?
So what is it then? Rats running amok? Cheese supplies run low? I can take it.
Oh, I assume this is like the romance path. Oh, you don't actually get to see the conversation. It doesn't show it in here. Is there a video version that has the actual ritual so we can laugh at that as well? Angal?
You mean with the archdemon, right? If you mean running away, I can't do that, but you don't mean that, do you? What is this about? Ha ha! All right, that's pretty funny. Nice way to cut the tension. So
We already started. We have to finish what we've started, Revan.
Oh, you're serious? What's this ritual supposed to do exactly? Ah, yes, I can see how that might be important. But how does Morrigan even know how to even do such a thing? What kind of ritual is this, anyway?
Absolutely, voice acted.
Of course it
Rent was
changes
due for
things.
sure.
What if this is blood magic? I bet it's blood magic, isn't it?
Can I just say that there's something about the Dragon Age Origins voice acting as well. You know? It's just very good, right? Little baby Alistair. And also it is quite sad having sort of this type of scene take place, because Alistair is a bastard child and he's had to grow up dealing with that, and then the idea of even reconnecting with like his family is so daunting for him, like meeting his sister and stuff like that. And then we get to this point when all of this stuff happens, he becomes king, and then we're like, hey, would you perchance like to create a bastard child? Like, just that cyclical nature is very depressing.
Look, even if I was willing to do this, and I'm not saying I am, are you suggesting we trust Morrigan? I don't know. Just agree. Just like that.
We don't have time to go over this. Just agree to it.
I can't. We don't know what will happen tomorrow. Riordan could end it, or both of us could die before we even get close. The answer is still no. If it comes to that, I will gladly die to end the Blight if you won't. I don't know why Morrigan thought I would actually agree to this, or why she thought she had to send you, but it isn't going to happen. I'm going to get some sleep now. We are done talking about this.
Well, look. The fact that it keeps suggesting the same video over and over again is probably at least better than getting suggested a different video from the same game over and over again. But there you go. There it is again. It's all right. I won't let that ruin my life. I love that he's just like, no, not happening. So is there a version that actually has the scene? And then we can check that one out. We'll watch the actual scene take place, sadly. Dark Ritual deleted scene. What's the deal with that? Ah, next to the one I just watched. Ah, yes, you did. You did too. Indeed, thank you. All right. Morrigan's ritual. So this is talking with Morrigan. This is convincing him, and this is Alistair's rent being due as a voice actor. And then the scene takes place. Revan has trauma from this scene.
Great. This isn't a dream after all.
What is it?
Oh, this frame rate. This is 1000% the console version of the game. Look at this.
Reached?
Wait. I want to ask about this child. The one you want.
Interesting.
Honestly, or is this just like the PC version with like some mods, but like, did Alistair always have a face like that? Did he always have like that much facial hair? I remember him being more clean shaven. I feel like they've yassified him. Yeah. So I think this must be the PC version, but it's just like terrible quality. It's like 5 frames per second. Yeah, I don't remember him having a beard. Yeah. Okay. Yassified Alistair ritual.
Change my mind.
Yeah, Dragon Age visual appearance mods seem to be very, very popular, don't they? They're kind of everywhere.
So this isn't a dream after all.
What is it?
People love their Dragon Age appearance mods.
Been reached?
Wait. I want to ask about this child. The one you want.
Interesting. Honestly, wouldn't have been my first choice.
I just want to be sure that you're not going to use this against Ferelden. That this bastard child of mine isn't going to show up some year.
Of that, you have my word.
Oh, why don't I feel any better about this? All right. Let's just get this over with.
Let us go somewhere more private, Alistair.
Yeah, I get that, Angal. Don't worry about it. Like, it's totally acceptable.
Quite so much as you believe.
Oh, there you go. It's playing the music. It's always the same pose. It's so funny. I can stomach this so much easier than Logain, at the very least. I can never get over the fact that, like, Alistair's wearing, like, some sort of surfer dude necklace. Like, I always see that. Okay. Thank you. Very cool. And that one doesn't actually suggest me a Baldur's Gate 3 video at the end of it. So that's a win, baby. That is an absolute win. Amazing. Oh, who's this guy? We should watch this guy. Alistair. All right. We have reacted to all the Kieran interactions, yes. Oh, you know what? That is actually true. We should look at Isabella stuff, right? I do actually have some videos. I do have some videos here in the list for Isabella scenes. So we've got a couple of Isabella related stuff. Now this is going to be so weird, and this is going to, like, weird in a good way, because for us, like, we didn't know anything about this character. The video spoils what this is, but people have already told me that this is something that can happen. So we can have a threesome with Isabella. I think the really interesting thing is you meet Isabella in the first game, and you can have some group sex, and then you can also do the exact same thing in Dragon Age 2. They really were just like, yes, Isabella is the designated orgy character. And also just the fact that they really decided to straight up go for a complete redesign. Not that I am directly opposed. I think Isabella's design in Dragon Age 2 is very good. There's been a few years. I mean, she's kind of changed her complexion quite a little bit there. Pulled a little bit of a dramatic appearance change, but we won't get into that.
A Grey Warden. And I had heard that all the Ferelden Wardens were killed or exiled from this place. Oh, don't...
Also that voice difference too.
I've seen many of your kind in my journeys, and there is always something odd about you. But, Grey Warden or no, it is refreshing to see another woman who answers to no one. So you say, but the fire in your eyes and purpose in your step tell me that you know you could easily silence.
The audio quality in the video is a little bad, so I apologize for that.
I saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are...
I think that it's weird that it's the same character too.
Yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer.
Like, I genuinely feel like it shouldn't have been the same character, because I don't think it really makes sense, or it really lines up. Like, just create a new character that is also a rogue duelist that you also have a threesome with. No, guys, there's only one person in Thedas who will have threesomes with you. Just have... Yeah, Dragon Age 2, I don't know whether it was like them wanting to have just a really weird forced connective tissue to the previous game in some way, but it should have just been an original character.
I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better, so we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game. Do you have something else in mind?
Oh.
And now you've piqued my interest.
We go straight to
It
it.
would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer.
What the fuck? You just straight up like skip everything and you're just like, let's do something else. Let's just go somewhere private, straight to it. Also, we rocking the grandma warden look, the silver. Everyone looks so old. What is this? We're in some sort of elderly Dragon Age playthrough here.
Are you suggesting with her? I mean, wow. And here I am, awake and everything.
God, the audio quality in this video is so bad.
There is always room for one more. Yes?
Boundaries, hello? Are you really sure you want to, you know...
You could join in.
Says like it was a good book or maybe a delightful pastry. Well, I'll say it. I am a weak man. I guess I'll have to play along.
Come. My ship is down by the docks, and I am sure you will find my cabins quite...
Oh, she has a ship. I don't know. Okay, that kind of ties in. I didn't know if she was still gonna be sort of like her pirate self. The fact that she has like a ship and everything, that still kind of plays into it being the same type of character. Okay, I'm fine with that. You can have Ogren do this? Really?
My dear, you wouldn't consider leaving Alistair with me, would you? Or perhaps letting me borrow him for a week every summer? I'm sure we could work out a deal.
Not that the idea of being borrowed isn't terribly fascinating, but let's not forget the Darkspawn. There may not be a week every summer, or any summer.
Darkspawn? Is this the only thing men think about these days? What about the good old obsessions? Breasts, firm buttocks, wet frocks.
Wet frocks.
That's something you wanted from me. A lesson, perhaps.
That's good. I like that a lot. That's funny. Yeah, maybe we can react to a foursome version. That's funny. That is definitely Isabella. Okay. All it took to convince me it was Isabella was that scene. Jen, the chat is on subscribers only, so it's not paid. It's just for subscribers only. And there's a 10-second slow mode on as well. And that was only because in the first Dragon Age stream, it was pretty much impossible to keep track of most messages. And also there was just a lot of stuff. So it was just to help keep the chat a little bit more focused. All right, so there is a... Oh, we already had... Yeah, this is the foursome here. So Isabella, Leliana, and Zevran's foursome. And apparently it varies whether Leliana is soft or hardened. Which is interesting. Leliana gets hard. You'd think that would be more Alistair.
And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see.
Zevran!
You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard. And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
Well, I mean, if you'd like the truth about the subscriber-only thing, what happens is people who are showing up for the Dragon Age wrap-up stream are probably most likely already subscribed, because this is like a celebration of a whole journey that's like, you've all been here for ages. So what it actually is it's more preventing the people that drop into the stream to try and just spout some bullshit or troll or try and get reactions out of me or the chat, you know? So it's mainly to just prevent that from being a thing. If I played as myself, would I have been a Canary romancing Josephine? If I played as myself, I probably would have been a Canary. Would I have romanced Josephine as a Canary, though? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, Josephine would be my in real life romance, I think. But maybe Cassandra as a Canary Inquisitor, I would probably go for.
Indeed. This is Isabella, Queen of the Eastern Seas and the sharpest blade in Lomerin. And Isabella, my dear, you will know
this is cool because I don't think I didn't see Severin and Isabella have a conversation, right? I missed that.
Yes, the siren's call. My pride and joy. She's seen me from my own ravine and the Isle of Lomerin to the coast of Parvolan. All I need is my ship and the wind at my back. And once my men have had their fill of the pleasures of dry land, we will be off again. We are getting as far away from this blight as possible.
I love that I have... Did I take Severin here? And I have 2 comments, which is, no you didn't, and yes you did. That's always my favorite thing. Messing with my little goldfish brain. Yes you did. No you didn't. I don't think I took Severin here. Because I didn't really have Zev in my party much at all. If anything, I probably had Morrigan, Wynn, and a warrior with me. Or probably Alistair. I mean, we could go and check. This is the great part about the playthrough is I can pull it up because it's all there forever, hopefully. The only problem is, when did we meet Isabella? Which episode would that have been in? Because where do we meet her? Is it in Denerim that we meet her? I do wonder. So to the Pearl. I'm trying to remember where that is. It's the Pearl in Denerim. So I have an episode that's unfinished business in Denerim. I feel like it could be that. Oh, hang on. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I think I've got Severin with me in the video. Interestingly enough, I've opened up this episode and it's specifically at this point. So I think Angal is right, linking a clip of it after Dragon Age 2. This is so funny that the last time I opened this video was this scene taking place because of Angal linking it, I think. So I was pretty close to my party setup. I just didn't have Win. I had Severin. So I'm watching her just fight off some dudes. And that's not her first time fighting off some dudes. Isabella.
And look who we have here. Come to apologize for leaving me bereft of my lord husband and then vanishing without a trace.
You know it was just business, Isabella. Business that turned out well for you, I see.
Oh.
You inherited the ship, I take it.
I suppose I never did like the greasy bastard. And the siren treats me far better than she ever did him.
They know each other. Goldfish brain. Goldfish brain. I don't think it's my lighting setup. It's actually the webcam. The previous webcam that I had was a little bit more sensitive to my lighting setup. I have a better one now that doesn't blow out easier, I suppose. And also, there was like a lot of, I have a lot of inconsistencies with my webcam setups over the years. Will I stick by my choice of having Cassandra as divine? Yes, because that is the choice that was made in my playthrough, so I will see it through to the end.
I'm not going anywhere near the Blight, and you'd get away too if you had any sense in that pretty head of yours. The way I see it, I can sail as far away from it as I need to, even to the other side of the far Underfells. The sea will look after her own. I have picked up skills from many different places, and turned them into a method distinctly my own. Speed, not strength, is what is essential. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years. As I said, it is better to avoid being hit, and it is best not to get into fights at all. An unusual request, coming from a fearsome slayer of Darkspawn. I am flattered that you wish to learn from me, sweet thing. But I have watched you, and you seem to lack a particular grace that is required. You are accustomed to doing battle a certain way, yes? I can teach you some basics. Perhaps you can pass it on to someone who might be interested in what I have to offer. I do, however, wish to get to know my potential student better. So we shall call for a drink, and you will honor me with a game.
What about another way to get to know each other?
Do you have something else in mind? Oh, and now you've piqued my interest. It would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer.
You're going with her?
Whoa! Whoa! Look at this modded experience. Look at these faces. Oh my god. What is going on?
I thought you were joking.
Hello.
What about us? Doesn't what we have mean anything to you?
Oh, Liliana romance in the first game.
Really wanna...
I did not realize that somebody had already claimed you. I have enemies enough, and I would like to avoid making more. I do not want to cause offense. Let us forget what was said.
Oh, so that's if it's like softened Liliana. That's funny. She's like, no, but if she's like hardened, she's like, yeah, let's have a foursome. Goddamn. Also,
I mean, you really wanna...
My favorite thing is like, this Isabella is so polite. Like the way that the dialogue is, I did not want to cause offense. Let us forget what was said.
I have enemies enough, and I would like to avoid making more.
Alright.
I do not want to cause offense. Let us forget what was said. Oh, and now you've peaked.
Liliana is hardened.
It would surely be rude of me to decline such a delicious offer.
You're going with her? I thought you were joking. I can't let you do this. Not without me.
Not without me.
The both of you.
Who am I to deny such a pretty little thing as yourself, my dear? You are welcome to join us. And what about you, Zev? Shall we? For old time's sake?
Oh, Isabella, you and your ridiculous appetites. Perhaps we should leave it up to our friend here.
You're coming, that's an order? Oh, that's funny.
Oh my, what have I got myself into?
Ah, that impish smile of yours.
We saw you from across the bar and we dig your vibe.
Gives you away.
Come, my ship is down by the docks.
Jesus.
And I'm sure you will find my cabins quite comfortable.
Amazing.
Let us never speak of this again.
Yes, I agree.
I don't mind never speaking of it again, as long as we could do it again.
That's a thought.
Am I getting old? Or has Zevran become even more depraved over the years?
Yeah, Morgan was like
wardens.
there too.
Perhaps the taint has rubbed off on me some, huh?
Now, wasn't there something you wanted from me? A lesson, perhaps?
That's funny because it's just like Morgan is just standing there in the back in that one. What is happening? Why is it casting random spells? Why are you killing everybody? Jesus. Okay. Amazing. End of the video is just random spell casting intensifiers. Gotcha. But yeah, Morrigan just standing there was so funny. Alright, let me see. What else we got? I was thinking, because we've stayed on the origin stuff with the Dark Ritual, that we could have a look at the King Alistair stuff. I don't really know what this video means. It just says... Oh, right. I get what this is. Dragon Age, our Origins Awakening. So in our version, in my playthrough, Anora is queen. So she obviously greets us here, but this is King Alistair or King Logain. Oh, the frame rate. Also, Anders. Ancient Anders intensifier is so old now.
It looks like I've arrived a bit late. Too bad. I rather missed the whole Darkspawn killing thing.
King Alistair.
I'd wanted to come.
King Alistair.
Welcome. I certainly wasn't expecting this. What's the situation?
What Darkspawn remained have fled, Your Majesty. The Grey Wardens who had arrived from Orlais appear to be either dead or missing.
Missing? As it...
What happened with this dude's eyeballs? Watch this.
Dead or missing. Or missing.
He got puppy dog eyes all of a sudden. He's like, or missing. Where's the puppy dog eyes come from?
Missing? As in taken by the Darkspawn? Do they even do that?
I do not know, Your Majesty. I know only that we cannot account for all the Wardens.
I see. And how about you, dear? You
Sorry, excuse me.
Badly hurt, I see.
Oh, look. They're married in this one.
I married an indestructible goddess. I am such a lucky man.
Nice, Alistair.
Quite the task ahead of
Smooth.
you. Really, I'd like to help you fight Darkspawn, but you're on your own for the moment.
Hey, what am I? Chopped nug livers?
Chopped nug livers.
Oh, that's not a bad guess.
I came here to join the Grey Wardens, and from the looks of it, you could use the extra hands. Now where's the giant cup? I'll gargle and spit.
If I don't get to see Oghren as a loving father in Dragon Age 4, I'm going to throw hands. We need to see Oghren show back up again, and he has his son, and it's a great little time. And he's like, one day the warden told me to be a good dad, and that's what I decided to be. You know? I actually think that is a problem. Like, if you marry Alistair and you are the queen, that, like, they don't sort of acknowledge the queen status. I guess your Grey Warden Hero of Ferelden status is, like, the bigger one. It's, like, more important, I guess. So they think that that's, like, the more important title to refer to you as, potentially.
Ha! Well, smack my ass and call me Sally.
I suppose all are welcome in this diet.
I suppose all are welcome.
Wardens, eh? Well, good luck with that.
King Alistair, Your Majesty, beware. This man is a dangerous criminal.
Yes, I did. I convinced Oghren to be a good father. What are you talking about? I convinced Oghren to reunite with his past lover. What do you mean? Ogren's a dad. That's why I'm talking about seeing Oghren in Dragon Age 4, being a good little dad. And that's why I put on my Oghren voice for that. Because we talk about Oghren. It's so sad, like, watching this scene when they're all talking about joining up and becoming wardens, and it's just like, she would have been so good, right? She had everything that it takes to be a Grey Warden mentally, and then physically, the Darkspawn blood said, no, which is sad. She's a very short-lived character.
He's a bit of an arse, but I wouldn't go that.
She means me.
This is an apostate who we're in the process of bringing back to the Circle to face justice.
Oh, please. The things you people know about justice would fit into a thimble. I'll just escape again, anyhow.
Never. I will see you hanged for what you've done here, murderer.
Murderer? But those Templars were... Oh, what's the use? You won't believe me anyhow.
It seems there isn't much to say. Unless you have something to add, Commander.
See, even Alistair calls me Commander. He respects the hierarchy in the relationship. Commander? I think like the thing that really makes me laugh is during Awakening, I was like, this is like yassified Alistair. Like it would confuse me. Like I would say, like I would accidentally call him Alistair a lot instead of Anders because of the A. So seeing them in the same scene is even funnier in that sense.
Oh, what's the use?
But yeah, it's Cullen's voice actor, which is so funny.
Oh, please. The things you people know about justice would fit into a thimble. I'll just escape again, anyhow.
Never.
It's like Cullen's voice, but like a twinge more British.
Murderer. But those Templars were... Oh, what's the use? You won't believe me anyhow.
But it's definitely the same voice, which is so funny.
You have something to add, Commander?
What? Never.
I believe the Grey Wardens still retain the right of conscription, no? I will allow it.
If your majesty feels it is best.
Ha! Way to go, kid. Welcome aboard.
Me? A Grey Warden? I guess that will work.
Congratulations, Sir Mage. I look forward to fighting at your side.
Then if you have everything under control, I will need to take my leave.
I believe the estate has been secured, yes. We have suffered great losses, but the Darkspawn are gone, and there are survivors. Oh, excuse my manners. I am Veril, Seneschal of Vigil's Keep, and I am most grateful for your timely rescue, Commander. I will aid you in ruling the lands of Amaranthine. Come and speak to me soon. There are many matters to attend to, not the least of which is the joining. You will need to replenish...
And his earring looking like a Cheerio.
I hate having to ask you to do this, love. It'd be so much more interesting to keep you at court. Such a temptress. Sadly, I need to deal with the trouble in the Benorn. But I will return as soon as I am able, I promise. It will be up to you to deal with the vestiges of the Blight before the situation grows out of control. No easy task, but I'm confident you are up to it. Now, let me say a quick goodbye before I change my mind.
There's so much armor in the way of everything. It's so fucking funny. Let's have a little kiss. Ah, my pauldron is stuck in your pauldron. Ah, my chest plate. Hold on. And then they just bash into each other a lot. Did he just like also disappear? Yeah. Boop. He vanishes. And then the video ends. Kiss, turn around. Figment of imagination. He's not real. That whole scene was fake. Just disappeared. That's so funny. All right, so this is the same scene but with low gain.
Ah, there you are.
Whoa, what is going on here? The mods are crazy. Okay, hang on. This is Lugain's farewell. This is a little bit different. Hang on, this isn't what I was thinking. Why did I... Lugain can't be king, can he? It's just, he either dies or becomes a warden. I think I confused myself. I just assumed that for some reason both of these would be like the same scene, but with Lugain. I think I've seen this. Because I think we watched this in a previous stream. Because we watched some Lugain stuff.
I see you are back amongst the Grey Wardens. Leadership looks good on you, I think.
Yeah, yassified Lugain. Yeah, we watched this one. I remember. So that's that. That's fine. Let's see what else we've got from Origins. So there's a couple of videos that are related to the Archdemon defeats, except no old god baby. So there's a couple of these.
I'm not going to question why you made me king. I even think I'm starting to come around on the idea anyhow. It could be an interesting future for me. But being king, that raises some questions about us. About you and me. I'm not so sure of that. I've thought of almost nothing else since the Landsmeet. Believe me. First, there's the fact that both you and I are Grey Wardens. It's not just a question of obligation, but of blood. You know that Grey Wardens don't usually live to become old, right? Maybe not, but that's not in the cards anyhow. As king, I'll be required to have a child. Even more so because my death is assured. That's assuming that someone with the taint can or even should have a child. Not with each other. Even one parent having tainted blood means having children is not recommended. All the Grey Wardens I knew with children had them before they joined the Order. I will need to find a wife. One who can bear a child. Who will live to raise it. I don't relish it, but I will have a duty as the king. I love you. More than I ever thought possible. But I have to face what this means. I can't run away from it anymore.
I love that it's like, he's like, you know, you made me king, so kind of like, this is your fault now. Like, sorry, I've got to go have a wife and child.
Yes, I guess I am. I could see it becoming very hard to tear myself away from you. Impossible, even. If this is what must be, then I have to do it now. I'm sorry. A good king, a good Grey Warden, a good husband, a good father. But I'd gladly trade all those things for what I really want. I need to go back to the camp. Be by myself for a while. Arleman has left for Redcliffe. He says the army has gathered there and is almost ready to march. As soon as we're ready, we should head to Redcliffe ourselves. The Blight awaits, right?
That's just, yeah, he's like, hey, gotta be a king. You know what that means? Means get out of here. Give me one moment. I'll be right back, and then we can keep watching the video. It's a rainy and gloomy day outside, but I just had to open the door so the dog can go outside. The good version of Logan, not Logan, Logan.
Ask away. Really, I was pretty sure we'd already said everything that needed saying. You think it was easy for me? It's not. I love you. I'll always love you. But there are things that are more important than what I want. I wish it were otherwise. I don't think anything's supposed to be easy about being a king. Or a Grey Warden. We have a job to do. So please, let's focus on that. Thinking about you is just too painful and too tempting. So this could be it. Soon this will be finished. One way or another. I'm sorry too. For a great many things. Wait. I know you said to Riordan that you would take the final blow, but let me. This is my duty. Why not? This is my duty. If I'm going to be a king, I want to be a good king.
I want to be a good
right
king.
Here is the best king I could be. My first and last act being to stop the Blight before it really starts. No one could blame me for that, could they? You're right. I know how I feel about you. I won't let you die, not when I can do something about it. You say that as if I'm giving you a choice.
Here it is. It's such a great execution scene. The finishing blows were so cool. Bare your teeth. Alistair growling. That being Revan's first playthrough ending is so sad. Oh, he literally just gets nuked. Boom! I'm so sorry, Revan. That would be miserable. Okay, he wasn't disintegrated. We're just traumatizing Revan on this stream. This is so sad. I'm sorry, Revan. We're not doing it intentionally. Oh no! Now there's like this whole sad thing as well. Oh, the dramatic fall to your feet and everything. No! Wow. The fact that they added that is a really, really nice touch. Instead of just like cutting to black.
Know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we...
Oh, why are his eyes still open? Close the eyes. Do the whole close the eyes thing, because that's creepy. Oh, the cutscene's modded? Oh, why are they doing this to me? Now I'm getting confused. Is this modded? Why is that? Oh, that felt like it belonged. So that wasn't in the game? Damn. I'm being misled. This is... Thank you for being here, guys. You're able to correct what's actually supposed to be seen or not. That's weird. It's realistic with open eyes, but not if you close them. Is what we're watching right now at the screen that I'm looking at, is this modded or is this part of the game? This is in the game. Okay, thank you. Well, don't say of course, because I thought that the previous scene was in the game. I don't know. Is the problem with watching heavily modded videos. Is that Sten? God, he looks badass. The mods are crazy. That's a completely different looking person. The stiffer the animations. Yeah, sure. True. Okay, so there is still like a funeral type sequence in the game that's very sad. It doesn't just completely give you nothing. All I can picture here is just Revan bowling her eyes out while this plays. So a kingly sacrifice. The kiss is modded? Oh my god. I can't win, can I? Oh, this is so funny. Yo, Sten looks so cool. Is this supposed to be Win? There's just a speech from Anora. Ah! Video. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not too fussed, I guess, on having some of the... low gain jump scare. Having some of the scenes be... unmodded, but yeah, I guess that was someone's like sort of video edit that they wanted to focus on having a bit more of a dramatic sequence play out, and I get that. But thank you for fact checking the scene for me so I can see what's, you know, supposed to be there and what's not supposed to be there. So this is Logain's redemption. I would assume that this isn't modded, only because people don't really care about Logain as much as Alistair, to the point where when someone's putting together an Alistair video, they feel like they're fucking Peter Jackson and they're giving you the extended editions of an Alistair scene. This is probably more in the line of like the Hobbit movies of type of effort.
It is done. There's no need for you to take the final blow. Allow me. Isn't this why I'm here? Perhaps, but why should you be the one to die? You're the reason this creature lies defeated, not I. My joining the Grey Wardens was a death sentence. If I survived the joining, it seems only fitting that it can be because I was destined to perish here.
I know that there's a Logain like group. Of course there is. I mean, Dragon Age Inquisition even does that, which was really funny. Like, one of the first people you talked to in Haven, the quartermaster, was like, it was a Logain sympathizer. I think when I next play Dragon Age, even if I do like some streams of the game while playing, or I just play it in my own time, I think I'll do like Logain surviving all the way through, which would be interesting.
Do you think I will be remembered as a hero? I'm not so certain. If I can die a hero in the service of Ferelden, then I do so gladly. I would have expected you to kill me.
It does sound like the voice actor, but it's just the audio quality is a bit crunchy.
All along that only I could save.
It's definitely the voice of him.
Please, I've done so much wrong.
Because it just sounds like Kain from Legacy of Kain. I can't unhear it anymore. Which is so funny. Like, my first experience with this voice actor was Dragon Age, and now all I hear is Kain. He's way more Kain than Logain. Does he do the teeth as well? Does he go, "Arrgh"? Yep. Oblivion Guard, our scream. Never should have come here. No worries, Birdu. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I know it's at a different time than usual, so I appreciate you staying up late. That goes for everybody else as well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you showing up at different times. I just needed to do a stream that was better for my sleeping schedule. The Eye of Sauron has been defeated. Never forget Riordan, guys. Never forget Riordan. Alright, so that was Logain's sacrifice. Logain. And then we've got no old god baby. Oh god, all origins. We're just gonna watch one origin, which is the warden's sacrifice. Yeah, Lara, I agree with you. I feel like whoever we sacrificed in the Fade, because it doesn't say they're gonna die, it says they may die, and like I trust that there would be a survivor involved. Exactly. Riordan was crucial in wounding and weakening the Archdemon, for sure.
I know you said to Riordan that you would take the final blow, but let me. This is my duty. But I got one up on you. I'm not just a Grey Warden. I'm the king.
I'm the king, baby. Yeah, so
Right here.
I want to be a good king. So how about you survive to do your kingly duty, sir?
Is the best king I could be. My first and last act being to stop the blight before it really starts. No one could blame me for that, could they?
But I can literally stop it myself, sir.
Maybe. But we both know Anora would be better. Logain needed to pay for his crimes, but she shouldn't. And neither should Ferelden. Not to mention that you're the best friend I could ever have asked for. I would be dead if you hadn't saved my life a dozen times over by now. So let me save yours just this once.
How do I feel about indie games? I've played plenty on the channel. I love indie games. Oh god, those blue eyes. Those baby blues. Just the same scream that's applied to every character. And the same face. It's so loud. How many times must we witness our character explode? Boom! Oh man, every time that happens when it explodes, I imagine like the meme of like that like the fart with a lot of reverb that plays. Like here, let me like you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I need to like make it happen myself. All right. So I don't know if I can time this appropriately, but I have to see if we can do it, okay? So give me 1 second. I want to see if I'm picking the right video. Yeah, I think this one would work. All right, hold on. This might be... I need to time it right, though. Okay. So I think I want to, like... I didn't time it right, but you know what I mean. I can't time it right because I'm live streaming it, okay? The fart happened before the explosion. He's like pulling on the sword real hard, so that he just fucking farts. When does the explosion take place? So, yeah, premature fart before death. Alright, hang on. The fart takes place at 1:50. I have to do some maths here. Alright. So 1:43, I think this is where I want to be. Alright. Now I gotta time this right. That's all that I can think about, dude, right? That's all that I could think when the explosion happens. Oh, there we go. I lined it up. I had to time it properly. Second time's a charm. The first one was funny. It just farts before the explosion. All right. Thank you for bearing with me for that. I just needed to put that out there. I needed my mind to be shared. And that's the fart.
Then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled.
Okay, so this is the scene that's supposed to happen because it has narration.
They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Ferelden had been saved, and the entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its new king.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, Duncan's narration. Do you know what would be so cool? It's not going to make any sense. Well, I mean, fuck, it doesn't even make sense that Duncan is narrating this. I want Duncan's voice actor to narrate the intro to Dragon Age 4. I would love that so much. Like, that would just be such a great way to, like, tie in some older stuff as well, just to hear his voice again. Is his voice actor still alive? I guess I should check that first, shouldn't I? Drew Nelson. All right, Drew Nelson is alive, guys. Oh, no, actually, no, wait. I just searched Duncan voice actor expecting Google to just tell me to know which Duncan I'm thinking about. That's a different Duncan character. That's from Total Drama. The voice of Duncan in Dragon Age is Peter Renaday. I'm such an idiot. I love how I search Duncan voice actor and think that there is only one character named Duncan to ever exist. Peter Renaday. Damn. Okay. This dude's like established. He's been active as an actor since 1961. Holy shit. Well, that's why I was like, is he still alive? He does sound like he's got a bit of an older voice. I don't know when he was born. It doesn't have his birth on Wikipedia. But it does have that he's been active since the 60s. He's 88. Jesus Christ. If BioWare knows what's good for them, and they probably don't, I would have gotten him to come in and do Dragon Age 4 narration before it's too late. If he's 88, he was born in 1945, not 35. Because if he was born in 1935, he would be 98 right now.
Grey Wardens stood redeemed.
Right?
And a new age.
Or am I mathing wrong?
But at what cost?
My friends, we are gathered here to pay our respects to the Grey Warden that saved us all.
Damn, just the outside funeral.
The blight.
I'm not even in a casket.
We must never forget. It was no accident that he was there either. He was special, and each of us has had our life touched by him in some way. He put me on this throne, and showed me how important it was I be here.
Alistair doing the slow modded kiss.
For anyone finer.
Yeah.
How do you properly honor someone like that? The Grey Wardens are building a magnificent tomb at Weishaupt, right next to Garahels. But I'd like to do something as well.
Wow. Getting buried in Weishaupt.
We were very pleased to discover you alive. Your brother thought you had died at Ostagar.
I only wish I had recovered from my wounds sooner.
Damn.
The Highever lands are restored to you. In addition to the Amaranthine Arling.
This is all new information for me.
Your Majesty, I would like to give Amaranthine to the Grey Wardens.
I think that would be fitting. Let all know that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhau, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There, they can rebuild, and hopefully live up to this example. Friends, let us hope that he has gone.
I'm waiting for my character to wake up.
And that he knows just how thankful we are for what he has done here. You will be missed, my friend.
Just the open casket. Not even an open casket funeral. It's just an open slab. They've just put me out like a piece of meat. I'm just waiting for my character to go. Oh my god, I had the wildest dream.
The Grey Wardens are building a magnificent tomb at Weishaupt, right next to Garahels. But I'd like to do something as well. Knight Commander Gregor, please step forward.
Okay, so there's some different stuff happening.
What is the situation currently with the Circle of Magi?
Under control, though the Circle has been greatly weakened. Still, there have been no further possessions.
I wish to see the Circle restored, but I understand the Veil at the tower is too weak. That being the case,
you play as a new character in Awakening
tower built
if you die.
With the Chantry's aid, and it will bear the hero's name.
A fine idea, Your Majesty.
And once the tower is built, Knight Commander, I am granting the new Circle autonomy.
What? But, Your Majesty, I think what has happened only proves...
It proves what a substantial contribution a mage can make. They have earned the chance to prove they can watch themselves, don't you agree?
This is crazy, especially considering Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition. Like, Alistair just says, he just does it for that Circle of Magi. He's like, let them cook. He's like, they can just chill. They don't need no Templars. That is very interesting how that comes up, especially with what we know about like future events and stuff. That's wild. Like, I get the sort of want to have Varric narrate it, and I love Varric a lot, but like, and his narration is so crucial to like Dragon Age stuff. Like, he narrates Dragon Age 2, Inquisition, and he's narrated the Dragon Age 4 trailers. He's great, but like, I feel like give it to someone else. Let someone else do it, you know? After that amount of time, I wouldn't complain and be upset if it was Varric. It's the safe and sensible choice to make. Morrigan, I really loved that she voiced the epilogue of the base game of Inquisition. That was also very fitting because I will listen to her voice any day of the year. So that's also very acceptable. But I was just thinking from a purely like Origins nostalgia standpoint, like, that would be really beautiful to have, to just hear Duncan's voice from, like, the game that started it all with Dragon Age 4, that is most likely going to be the one to end this storyline. I just feel like a nice little full circle moment to do that. But if they go with a Dragon Age Inquisition character, like Cassandra, I'd be happy with that as well. It would totally work. But we'll see how they go. We'll see how they go.
Yes, Your Majesty. As you said.
So you think this was retconned?
Please step forward. It is good to finally meet you. We had some difficulty finding your clan in time.
I will admit that I am uncertain why you brought us here.
Dragon Age 2.
We have already grieved in our own way.
Same voice, right? With the keepers between Origins and Dragon Age 2, because this is Meryl's clan, right? Because the Dalish origin is Meryl's clan, and Meryl's there, which is pretty cool. I think that the voice is the same, which is the voice of I forget her name every time, but it's the doctor from Mass Effect. Dr. Chakwas, I believe.
He was our brother and our son before he was your hero. His loss lessens us all.
I agree. And while I know my people cannot truly make up for what we have done to yours, I was hoping to start. I hereby offer your people the hinterlands north of the Kokari Wilds, including Ostagar, to do with as you will.
You would give us our own land.
I know it's not the Dales, and there will be much to work out, but I was hoping...
We accept. We accept gladly.
I am glad.
Dude, Alistair is a great king. This is so nice. What the fuck?
Tyrion, please step
Alistair's
forward.
doing so much good stuff.
You are the Grey Warden's father, are you not? We had some difficulty finding you.
Things in the alienage are chaotic. Help has been...
Now I want Alistair to be king. No, he's making good choices. Alistair is king, Leliana is divine. Is like the prime choices, and I have made none of those.
I'd like that to be you. The first ban of the alienage. If you're willing.
My lord, I don't know what to say.
I wish your daughter was still here to...
Damn, dude. Alistair really said full equality across the board.
It's just a start.
Like, Jesus Christ. Why can't Alistair be real?
Please, step forward.
Can Alistair be a real person?
You were the Grey Warden's manservant.
I was, until she was exiled from Orzammar. I was quite sorry to see her go.
I understand that the king has asked for the body to be sent back to Orzammar.
Well, no disrespect meant, but we don't burn our dead. We bury them in the ground, return them to the stone.
Steve Blum collecting that check, baby.
Orzammar next to her father as an Idukan. All honors restored.
The Steve Blumception that is just here on this one page is fucking hilarious. Steve Blum is just there to get paid, all right? He shows up, he does his voice, and he goes home.
That's good. I've spoken with your king. Ferelden will be sending men to help keep the Darkspawn at bay. We won't ignore the dwarves any longer.
Glad to hear it, Your Majesty.
Rika, please step forward.
Wait, she's on the surface.
You are the Grey Warden's sister, yes?
I am. Still funny hearing you call her that. I always knew she was bound for greatness. But this...
She's a surfacer now.
The king has asked for the body to be returned to Orzammar.
Unless she's been granted like a special exception because of the funeral, right?
Burned like you humans
But
do.
like...
No offense.
She's not underground.
Paragonhood. And that means a burial in Orzammar with all honors. Paragon, can you believe it? My son will have his own clan one day. Mother was so shocked she's gone sober.
Wow, okay.
Miracles abound, apparently.
I feel like they should have had... Ah! Get this video away from me. It's fucking haunting me. I feel like the dwarven funeral should have been underground. They should have gone to Orzammar for the funeral, don't you think? Because it kind of breaks their whole thing of you're not allowed to let those people to see the sky, you know? Because then they turn their back on the stones, they become a surfacer. But all those sequences are really good. Like everything that Alistair says, I'm like, damn. I feel like if I was to, I've obviously got the decisions that I've made that I'll stick with, because there's no point in changing things, and it would be very continuity breaking of me to just make some different choices. But I think if I was to have a playthrough that wasn't blind, like it was like replay with a bit more context, you would handle so many things differently, you know? Like I would probably have King Alistair, I would probably have helped Merrill, I would probably have Leliana as Divine, like stuff like that, you know? And that's the really interesting part, is like looking back on Dragon Age and the amount of people that were like giving me shit for Merrill in Dragon Age 2. And the only reason those people were giving me shit was because they had Dragon Age Inquisition context and like the expansion on that sort of like that lore and that knowledge, right? And like I didn't. It's a blind playthrough, so I'm taking it at face value with what I've been taught, what I know. And Inquisition changes things so dramatically that going back to Dragon Age 2, you'd view it so differently, you know? And you'd make different choices because you're like, okay, cool. You know, I think how Merrill like went about doing things and her attitude towards the things is still wrong, but I think that the knowledge itself and sort of like the actual thing that she wants is something that I would be more inclined to help with, you know. But yeah, I think I would have like Alistair and Anora, King and Queen, and then Leliana as Divine would be my choices. Yeah. I wonder if we're going to see any returning characters. Who do you think is like most likely from Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 to show up in the next game? What do you reckon? Who do you think's like the most likely character? Like one character that would be the most likely to show up? So if I'm saying Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2, that also means they're not in Inquisition. So like Varric doesn't count. Varric is in Inquisition. He's guaranteed to show up. That's a safe answer, guys. A character that is in Origins and 2, specifically. Guys, didn't you hear? Fenris died. Sorry. Sorry about it. Didn't you guys get that memo? Fenris died. It's canon. I feel like the most likely Dragon Age Origins character that could show up could be Sten, because we're moving north. We're going higher. We're going further into Tevinter. There's some Canary stuff, you know, especially with Trespasser. I feel like seeing Sten is likely from Origins. And then from Dragon Age 2, I actually think that we will see Sebastian again, because Starkhaven is nearby also. So, yeah. I reckon we might see Sebastian. And they're going to do like some sort of change where they're going to be like, we're going to make Sebastian the most likable guy ever. And everyone's going to have to do a 180 on his character. He's going to show up and be really cool or something. Sandal's a good choice. I would love to see Sandal and Bowden again. Well, I'm planning on eventually reading through the novels, and that would include the comics, and I would ideally like to do those as videos for the channel, so we'll see. But those are some interesting ones. Oh, I like the architect mention. That's a good one. Because you can spare the architect and then he just disappears. He just vanishes. And that's another Tevinter Magister. And if we're going to the Tevinter Imperium, they could tie that in, especially with the whole Corypheus thing. I genuinely think it would have been a really good opportunity, and I think they missed that opportunity to bring the architect back with Corypheus. But I guess there is a way that you could say that maybe the architect got very tired and fell asleep and then died. So who knows? What else we got? We're also going to do there's like Ostagar party banter as well in Origins, it seems. I don't really know what this includes. I assume it's it says return to Ostagar, so I guess it's when you go back, it's what all the characters have to say. So we'll do this as well. Just getting that scene right away. Depressing.
Alistair, are you all right?
Oh, they left him here to rot.
We've got the modded win once again.
He was a good man who hoped too much and died.
MILF win just dropped.
He deserves what little honor we can afford to grant him.
Speak your venom and get it over with, Loghain.
He may be a fool, but he doesn't deserve to be strung up like this. Sure, throw roses and wax poetic about how great a leader he would have been had he only not thrown himself on the swords of the advancing Darkspawn. As you command, Grey Warden.
What is it they say? Only the good die young. I wonder what that says about the rest of us.
A lesson in examining your allies far more carefully than your enemies.
Not sorry.
Check that out. Sten.
No king of mine, but still enough to put me off my drink.
I don't want to see anyone like this.
This is what matters to
Whoa, Morrigan's with a hood.
Places did not mark his fall.
So this is like based on her. That's based on her like artwork for the game, right?
Crude. Go to the trouble of killing a king. You'd think you'd want to see his face.
But he doesn't deserve to be strung up like this.
Not a king's funeral, perhaps, but better than had we never come at all.
I said give him to the wolves? Jesus Christ. Yeah, let him get feasted upon. Dragon Age Origins music, baby.
He believed he'd go out as a hero. Hair waving, bright eyes blazing. This is not the ending he would have wished for.
But he doesn't deserve to be strung up like this. Are you mad? You know my thoughts on Cailan the man, but as king, he's a symbol. Leave him in Darkspawn hands like this, and he's a symbol of Ferelden's defeat. Give him to the wolves. It's better that he disappear and be forgotten.
This is disgusting. I want no part of it. He was our king, damn it! His spirit must return to the Maker.
Well, we pissed everyone off.
Poor fellow. Stuck amidst the dark spawn in the freezing cold. I wouldn't get too close. He looks about ready to eat your arm off.
Oh, is this if, like, you don't get
It's
a
good thing
Mabari?
we didn't feed the little fellow, or we'd never have been rid of him.
Look at this. A Mabari hound still.
Is this if you never do the Mabari
You can take
at the
dog
beginning
out
of the
fight,
game?
they say, but you can't take the fight out of the dog. Run free, little soldier, and get some distance from this place.
Oh, look at the poor thing. He must be freezing. Quick, feed him some rations from your pack. It's a shame. I was hoping we could keep him.
That's a good doggy. Go shed and drool over there.
Oh, can we call him Rabbit?
It looks like you found a friend.
Alistair, not being a dog person is always the sad part. He's no Cullen, that's for sure. He's definitely no Cullen. So there's a couple of nice scenes that take place in that one. Not like every companion ever, but I guess the ones that have like the most value, I suppose. Now, that there's a couple of other origin stuff that we'll do. So we haven't seen what happens when you marry Anora. So I don't know if there's anything really uniquely different about that, but I'll have a look. We've got a fluffy ninja llama version of Warden marrying Anora. There's multiple different versions of it. God, jump scare. Whenever the video just has like a sharp, loud noise right at the beginning.
I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Cailan, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
The Dana Duchy version is better. Marrying Anora. Okay. Also, say please once in your life, by the way.
Hello again.
Right.
Game Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I realize that my actions at Howe's estate may not have painted me in the best light. For that, I apologize and hope that we can start again. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Howe did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne. That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
Damn, she's proposing.
Tempting. You are of Cousland blood, it's true. Despite the fact that you are also a Grey Warden, it would be unprecedented, but a man like you could make a fine prince and consort. Is this what you are actually proposing? My hand for your support. And I am tired of ruling in a husband's name. If I marry again, it will not be to become a figurehead. If being a consort is not enough, then marry Alistair. Perhaps he will bend over more gracefully than I would. Of that I have no doubt, if only it didn't chafe so. Very well. It is too good an opportunity to pass up. Once I am coronated, I will take your hand as my consort. So, we have a deal, Warden.
She's happy.
I will keep your end of the bargain.
She happy.
Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. Is it true? Erlina tells me that Arl Eamon has gone ahead to call the Landsmeet. With my future betrothed at my side.
She's so excited. She's gone through all of the relationship steps in her head already.
He will need you.
No awkwardness. She's straight there.
Watch over us all. My husband, the king consort, the general of my armies, and the hero who will save Ferelden from this blight.
You are called upon to submit yourself to the Taint for the greater good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
I understand.
Loghain joining.
So it's done. My father lives, and for good or ill, he is now a Grey Warden. Thank you for giving him the opportunity to undergo the ritual. It couldn't have been easy. He does indeed. You kept your end of the deal. I will keep mine. The engagement will be announced at my coronation, provided you are still interested. Short of throwing yourself into the Archdemon's jaws, probably not. Arl Eamon has left for
She's like, I've got you now, boy.
Our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united for Ferelden, Warden. Now we face the Blight. The one who led the charge against the Archdemon and killed it remains with us still. An inspiration to all he saved that day. Ladies and gentlemen, may I formally present my betrothed, who shall soon be your king. Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations.
Yeah, that's very true, Revan. Loghain Warden comes at so many consequences to Alistair.
A number of you could be victorious, yet here you are. And now he is a Grey Warden himself. The Maker, it appears, is nothing if not fond of irony. At any rate, I understand the preparations are underway for our wedding. It will only be a matter of weeks. Are you nervous?
Are you nervous?
I feel the same, I must confess. You are rather intimidating, after all. We will need to speak more of the role you wish to play. As the hero of Ferelden, there are many opportunities, but that can wait. For now, enjoy the celebration. We can speak further when the day is...
Remember being a dwarven Grey Warden and she wasn't keen on marriage, sadly, because I'm a dwarf? She doesn't like a short king, sadly.
I should have known. The witch disappeared not long after.
Welcome, Dex. Welcome, Paula.
Seen since. I assume this was expected. Still, the Orlesian Grey Wardens have been persistent in their questions, and tend to keep any thoughts on the matter to myself. I understand you will be remaining here. I've been tapped to lead up the Grey Warden recruitment efforts here in Ferelden. Anora's influence, no doubt. I suspect you're not prepared for what it means to be married to my daughter. You may be right. Allow me to say before I go that you've earned my respect.
Weirdest character arc.
Saying that, but there it is. Return to your celebration. Perhaps we shall meet again.
Look at this clothing on these characters. What's going on?
It seems we arrived too late to be of assistance. My apologies.
Queen Anora!
I had intended to provide the wardens a formal welcome.
Yeah, I know you have to be a noble. It was just funny when I was a dwarf.
What darkspawn remained have fled, your majesty. The Grey Wardens who had arrived from Orlais appear to be either dead or missing.
Missing? As in taken by the darkspawn? Do these creatures take prisoners?
I do not know, your majesty. I know only that we cannot account for all the wardens.
Unfortunate.
If I was to live in a fantasy setting, I would want the comfiest of robes.
I would be careful just how you tempt fate, my prince. You have quite the task ahead of you.
Oh, she calls me her
I will
prince.
offer what aid I can, but it seems you will be largely on your own. It troubles me to ask you to leave the court in order to deal with this. If I had any other choice, I'm well aware. Hopefully this will only be temporary. Sadly, I need to deal with trouble in the Bannorn, but I will return as soon as I'm able, I promise. It will be up to you to deal with the vestiges of the Blight before the situation grows out of control. No easy task, but I'm confident you are up to it. Now I shall leave you be. Good luck, my husband.
Good luck, my husband.
There you are. See, Anora managed to convince you.
And we've got this scene again.
She has a way of getting what she wants, does she not? Of course you did. I asked Anora if there were plans for an heir. The horrified look she gave me tells me no. But you might not want to wait much longer. I came to pay my respects to the new commander of the Grey.
The Mactier blood.
Trust everything is going well. And you. I wish I could join you here, but that is not...
Approving stepdad scenes.
I've been commanded to join the Wardens in Montsemar. Apparently I'm not trusted to remain in Ferelden. I'll interfere, I'm told. Well, perhaps they're right. Still, to send me to Orlais. I thought Darkspawn blood would be the last poison I'd have to swallow. We shall see if the Orlesians agree once I'm there.
Smiling Loghain is so cursed.
Coming here was to bring equipment that remained in the cache at Denerim. There's also this. It belonged to Ferelden's commander of the Grey before Duncan, and now it's yours. Use it well. It was on my way. Now it is time for me to go. The Orlesian Wardens await my presence. Daggers and all. Be good to Anora. If I hear differently, remember that Orlais is only just across the border. I can always return.
Yeah. Alright, nice. So, marrying Anora stuff is pretty cool. I liked that. It's very interesting to see how she treats your character. But yeah, father-in-law Loghain is so strange. And he's like, I'm wondering if you're going to give me a grandson or a granddaughter, please. I would like to have an heir to the throne. Continue the Mactier bloodline. I think that's going to be it for Dragon Age Origins, because we've been here for a few hours now. So we do have a couple of Dragon Age 2 related things to watch. So we'll do that as well. So let's do meeting King Alistair is one that we've got, because he does show up in Dragon Age 2, which is nice. Because we met Alistair in our Dragon Age 2 playthrough as a warden. He shows up and he goes through Kirkwall for a little while. But yeah, this will be nice. So we'll be able to see some Dragon Age 2 related scenes for our third wrap-up stream. Because yeah, we did like 2 streams heavily focused on Inquisition, and then I want to include at least some Origins and some 2 for sure. The Carver stuff for Dragon Age 2 is really long. Like, the videos are very extensive. So we're probably not going to do that, because that would be like sitting here for a whole hour. Carver will be stuff that I'll probably eventually experience, either in the form of a reaction or like a replay of the game. But we'll see. I think this is like the core issue, right? Is I know that there's so much in the game. I know that there's so much in the game, and there's so much to experience. So there's always just an incredible amount to watch and react to. And it's hard being like a Let's Player, I guess, because obviously everyone wants you to react to everything possible, because replays are very rare. But like, I'll be honest, like we skipped last week doing the wrap up stream because I was feeling a little bit like burnt out, a little bit tired, because I just got a lot going on at the moment, and doing streams is a little more taxing. Because sitting there and reacting to stuff does take a lot of effort, which might feel a little weird to say, but like, I don't know. It's harder to be on a stage perhaps and react to stuff endlessly for like hours on end, you know? So I needed like a little bit of a break before we did this stream. And that's why I only wanted to do 3 wrap-up streams. For Dragon Age, and then I'll be doing some other reaction videos as well, you know. And Cheyenne, I won't react to any of your suggestions until you start saying please. Told you. You have to start saying please. Use your manners. And then I will consider it. Let's watch this video, shall we? Hawke meets with King Alistair and the Warden Queen.
Let me guess. That's your final answer?
3 mages have fled to Ferelden, and you have intervened to
Remember Meredith?
as if it is your right to do so. What other answer did you expect, your majesty?
A maybe might have been nice.
I do not deal in maybes. I deal in cold, hard facts. As should you. Perhaps when Ferelden next chooses a king, it will be one that takes his duty to the Maker seriously.
Okay.
Well, that was awkward.
That's just Meredith's idea of Kirkwall hospitality.
Really?
I love the Dragon Age 2 companions as well.
Off your face, then.
This is the champion of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm Alistair. King of Ferelden. And this is Tegan, my uncle.
Van Tegan!
I'm actually Tegan. I'm only sort of his uncle.
Your Majesty.
Before he got fucking nerfed and completely changed for Inquisition.
Could, but you'd be the first today.
I fought at Ostergar. What happened there was a great tragedy.
Ah, yes. Yes, it was. Thankfully, the man responsible has paid for that.
Say, weren't you a Grey Warden once?
That's the rumor. Wait. Weren't you?
That's the rumor.
I guess we get around.
That's fun.
So, you're a king now. Moving up in the world.
Isabella, right? You look different.
Don't we all?
The Isabella reference too.
By Meredith,
That's great.
Things are looking up. It's not
All of those conversations were brilliant.
I know you came.
She's like, want another private boat tour for good time's sake.
I have to admit, I was hoping your influence in Kirkwall might be of use. Things haven't been going well with Orlais. Without a Viscount...
I'll take Dragon Age 2 Alistair over Inquisition Alistair any day, though.
You were having an argument about mages.
Yes, well, apparently I don't feel the same way about mages as the Chantry does. So, we're in disagreement. That means they get nasty. They're like that.
Ooh, is this like the referencing the retcon of like him having the Circle watch themselves, and the Chantry was like, nah.
Sounds like the Circle is better off in Ferelden.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Sadly, I don't control the Circle.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
With mages outside the Circle, of which there aren't many.
Aren't they in your kingdom? Why not just kick the Templars out?
Ha! Easier said than done. Doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
He literally did! Anders, he tried, he declared it so.
Our strongest.
A lot of your people fled to Kirkwall, you know.
I know. I wish I could have helped them. Their blight devastated the kingdom, and afterwards, well, it hasn't exactly been peaceful. They're welcome back, of course, as are you. But after so many years away, would you still consider it home?
Ferelden will always be my home.
I hope we see you back there someday. We could use someone like you, champion.
Champion?
Is there to be a war, then?
I hope not.
You're more optimistic than I am.
Empress Celine is doing her best. Orlais isn't the most stable place right now.
Getting the Empress Celine references is great, knowing what we've got to experience in Inquisition.
Parties with stinky cheeses.
We just get to, like, listen to this.
It would be grand to get their lost province back.
Well, we won't let them swoop down on us, will we?
That's right. Swooping is bad.
This is the thing that I kind of love about Dragon Age, is you have a lot of things that are, like, only spoken about for ages, and then eventually you get to see it. Orlais was very satisfying in that regard.
It's tempting, but
and then the next game, to Winter, baby, and a bunch of other places that we haven't seen before.
I was hoping to have your help before Meredith got wind of my arrival, but that's done now. What you can do is protect Kirkwall. It will take someone like you to keep it from falling apart.
Protect Kirkwall from what exactly?
You ask me, the biggest threat to this city just walked out the door. But maybe...
The Alistair catchphrase, swooping is bad. Okay.
Well, I suppose I should get back to the old ball and chain.
No! Alistair!
No, she doesn't. Just because she killed an archdemon, she doesn't scare me.
Not the boomer humor, Alistair. I can't believe he said that. That's disappointing. How do you feel about Alistair now, Revan? Nobody should refer to their wife as a ball and chain, honestly. Whenever that attitude is taken, I immediately roll my eyeballs out of my eye sockets. Yeah, where is the respecting your wife juice, Alistair? Alright, so Revan is acceptable for, accepting the position of ball and chain. He is truly a brave man to refer to the hero of Ferelden, conqueror of the Fifth Blight, warden commander of the Grey Wardens, Arl of Amaranthine, as his ball and chain. I salute you, sir. The top comment. Wonderful. So keeping in line with Dragon Age 2 stuff, there's another one.
Your Majesty, may I say what an honor it is to meet you.
Well, you could, but you'd be the first today.
I fought at Ostagar. What happened there was a great tragedy.
Yes, it was. Sadly, Loghain still lives.
Sadly, Logain still lives. That's hilarious. That's funny. All right. We've got Warden Alistair talking about the hero of Ferelden's death.
On the list of things I thought might happen today, a Kunari attack would have been near the bottom. Thank you for your help. I don't think we've met.
He does look a little bit smushed in this scene. I'll give you that.
My name is Alistair. I'd like nothing better.
It doesn't look like him at all there.
But unfortunately, the mission we're on can't be delayed.
He's got his big old eyeshadow applied.
Even if I didn't need to go, Grey Wardens aren't supposed to involve themselves in wars like this. We did that in Ferelden after all. The Order was not impressed, let me tell you. Here, maybe this might help. It belonged to the love of my life. And she doesn't need it anymore.
Ouch! He just gave that to a random stranger.
Make her watch over you, my friend. And over us all.
Excuse me? He just gave a precious item to a random stranger that he had just met. Hello? Rolling in my grave, if that was me. Like, excuse me, you're supposed to treasure that always until you die? Hello? You're supposed to take that to the grave with you? What is that? Here, take this thing that, like, my dearly beloved who's no longer with me gave me. You'll do better with it than I had. So, all I'm getting from these scenes back to back is Alistair does not respect his wife in life or death. That man be disrespecting his vows. What do you say about that, Revan? I'm always waiting for Revan's defense with Alistair. This is why I killed him. Oh. Sad. Sadness. We're gonna react to some Bethany stuff as well, because there are some alternate situations with Bethany. So we've got her different fates, and also Bethany can become a Grey Warden instead of a Circle Mage if she goes to the Deep Roads, which is pretty cool. So we've got a couple of those. So we'll pick this one up. The 3 Fates of Bethany. Oh God, please! What's the quality of this video?
Are you planning on taking Bethany with you?
This was filmed on a toaster. Look at this.
I hadn't decided yet. Mother, I'll be fine. I want to go.
It's not fine. You can't both go. What if something will happen to you?
It's the Templars or the Darkspawn, Mother. At least I'm allowed to fight Darkspawn.
Someone forgot to wipe the camera lens. It's blurry.
Oh, thank the Maker.
Are you sure about this, sis? I hope you're not just trying to protect me.
Trust me, this is no picnic. I'd stay if I could.
Fair enough. I hope you're right.
This is kind of like the thing, though, when you want to go and watch older videos, yeah, it is hard to get good quality ones sometimes. I think that's like... Not enchantment. I think that's a really interesting thing where I play older video games sometimes and people are like, finally, a good quality version of the gameplay has been uploaded, you know?
Please don't do anything.
Which is pretty funny.
Mistress Bethany is being taken to the Circle of Magi in the gallows.
Over my dead body.
It's done. Don't make it worse.
Oh, Bethany.
Yeah, bad quality or weird mods, right?
Don't worry, Mother. I'll be fine. Look after her.
Look after her. So this is what we got. What are my thoughts about the mystery behind Sandal? I don't know, but I've reacted to...
You'd come on the expedition.
I've reacted to Sandal's little diary entries in Trespasser that were hidden, and also reacted to his little monologue in Dragon Age 2 when he starts speaking about stuff. And Bowden is like, yes. So, yeah, very interesting. I hope that Sandal is going to be in the next game. I think it would be a missed opportunity if he didn't return. I think he'll definitely be included. Whenever I hear about people saying like the Sandal is the maker stuff, my brain instantly goes to Darth Jar Jar. Like, it's that same level of like theory crafting to me.
If I had, who knows where I'd be now.
Bethany, I beg you. Don't go. Don't do this.
I'll be fine, Mother, I promise. This will work out for the best. You'll see.
Not enchantment.
Not enchantment.
Could we... slow down? I'm not feeling very well.
I think all our stomachs are a bit tender right now.
I'll wager it was those deep mushrooms we found.
No. Bethany!
Yeah, she's like, no, it's a little more serious than that, guys.
I'll end up just like Wesley, won't I?
Oops.
There isn't anything we can do. Not down here.
It's just you now. Take care of Mother.
Well, the thing is, there was the end credits to Dragon Age Origins is literally 30 seconds to Mars.
Oh my
So it's basically on that same level of Linkin Park.
Bethany isn't with you?
Damn, you can just straight up lose Bethany.
Coming back?
I'm sorry, Mother.
Yep, sorry, Mom, you were right. We shouldn't have brought her.
There must be some other way.
There is.
Cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
Hello, Mother. The only thing that I could think of when I think about if I brought Bethany to the Deep Roads, because she was a mage, my character was a warrior, so I would have brought Varric, obviously, and then for like my other character, it's very interesting because I might have brought another mage with me, but I really can't tell, right? I really can't tell. I can't tell. I might have brought a mage, and if it brought Anders, then Bethany would have been saved. But I can't really tell for sure, you know? If I aren't quoting Morrigan Cursed. Or no, Flemeth is my mother-in-law. Because I'm married to Morrigan. Oh, I just got flashbanged. Look at the quality of this!
Enchantment.
Alright. Anders.
Could we... slow down? I'm not feeling very...
Time to do the joining.
Bethany.
There might be something we can do. I stole the maps from a warden that had come to Kirkwall. We could bring Bethany to them.
And do what? Become a Grey Warden?
I'll say as well, by the way, that I actually really quite like Dragon Age 2 having a sibling angle. I really enjoy that, actually. I haven't really played many games or experiences that have done that, especially in like an RPG setting, so I think that's awesome. Being able to have like either a brother or a sister, and then they can have like dramatic things happen to them as well. It's cool.
Anders.
Fancy meeting you here, Stroud.
We do not recruit Grey Wardens out of pity.
You'd be an idiot not to recruit her.
This may be as much a death sentence as the sickness, and you know it.
She'll die anyway. Take her and try.
If the girl comes, she comes now, and you may not see her again.
Oh, they did try getting Andromeda. They did, you're right. Except she was asleep for the whole fucking thing. That's so funny. Yeah, they tried, and then they were like, shit, just, she could be asleep, I guess.
Bethany isn't with you?
No, Grey Warden time.
Coming back?
I don't know.
Excuse me. That's not reassuring. Why would you? Oh shit! Ah! Accidentally clicked on a suggested video. Good thing it wasn't the fucking Baldur's Gate 3 one. Wait, like, look at this. She's like,
Isn't with you?
she's not with you.
No.
Nope.
Is she coming back?
I don't know.
Like, that's not reassuring. Would you like to let your mother know that she's not dead, at least? Like, be so cryptic to your own mother. Traumatize her, why don't you? It's like, where is she? Sorry, I'm going to just be as vague as possible for a moment. Like, what the fuck? It's ridiculous. And sorry, this is, I can't get rid of this because this is like hard baked into the video, but there's still another scene here.
One thing. What would it be? The Maker is wiser than we can be in a lifetime. Who am I to question his plan?
Okay.
This is why I left the Wardens. I hate the blighted deep roads.
Okay, there you go. So he doesn't actually know if she survived the joining? Okay. 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 And then we're going to look at a Grey Warden ending for Bethany as well. Bethany Grey Warden ending.
Carver. I never got the chance to say goodbye. I won't let that happen now. Brother, if we don't come back from this, never doubt that I love you. I wouldn't have chosen this life, but the Maker gave it to me for a reason. Maybe this is it.
Does that mean you forgive me?
I used to imagine what would have happened if I'd stayed with Mother instead of going on that damned expedition. Was Carver not enough for the Darkspawn? Did they have to steal my life as well? But the Wardens serve a purpose, a noble one. I can't regret helping them.
Of all we did, if you could change one thing, what would it be?
I'd have thrown Carver and his stupid ass so he wouldn't attack that ogre. He was always such a show-off. Everything else? The Maker is wiser than we can be in a lifetime.
You sure about that?
Who am I to question his plan?
I couldn't ask for a better sister.
The plan of a man who doesn't exist.
Brother. Thank you for supporting my people. It means a lot that you at least haven't turned against us.
Yeah, I think it would make more sense for her to be a Circle Mage than a Grey Warden, for sure. For sure. But it's an interesting choice. There's a character called Yevhen, which only appears if Nathaniel Howe is dead. So this is like his replacement, I suppose. So anytime a character from a previous game perishes, they get a replacement. Did I accidentally end that video too early? Or you mean that there's a different version of that ending? Did I end it too early? I watched the whole thing, didn't I? Now I'm doubting myself. Do you mean that there's a different video? Being a Grey Warden is for Carver. Or Bethany can become a Grey Warden as well. Okay. I don't... Yeah. That's right. We'll go into... We'll do this one. I'll do Drunk Alistair next.
You! This is your fault! You and that blighter, Varric Tethras. What did I do? You'll be the end of my boys.
High quality 60 frames per second Dragon Age 2 content is a nice little upgrade.
Not that it really matters to people like you.
Keep on insulting me and my friends, and you'll lose that wagging tongue, little man.
Typical. Exactly the boneheaded bravado they're drawn to.
You'll have to be more specific. A lot of things are my fault.
My sons are lost in the deep roads because of stories about you. Your sodding glory and treasure.
Don't you dare blame him. We both know this was Iwan's doing.
If you want to keep your job, shut your mouth, woman.
Your boys are grown men. It was their own decision.
Your boys don't sound bright enough to follow a map. I'm sure they didn't get too far.
My boys aren't stupid. Foolhardy, maybe, but not stupid.
What exactly were they trying to do?
It may be my fault, Monsieur. I've told them all the stories about you.
You're the only one who knows where they went. They were following the path of your expedition. Please help me find them. Don't let my boys die.
All right, hello. Is everyone back? Am I back? Are we back? Are we so back? A little bit of an internet issue. Sorry, guys. I had to reset my modem. Just completely died. It wasn't even like disconnecting and reconnecting. It just completely died. So I have no idea what happened there. But we're back, at least on my end. So let me know if you guys are back in the stream. Please refresh if you haven't already. I apologize for that. I just lost like 80 viewers. Let's go. Just lost 2/3 of the stream. That's super exciting. It's okay. We were going to wrap it up in a few more videos anyway. Just unfortunately, it's like we've gone on for too long and they start playing the Oscars music. You know, get off the stage. So there you go. I'm trying to get my chat to reconnect. There we go. All right, we're going to continue watching the video.
Get a dwarf killed. That boy...
At the highest of qualities, too. Please. If you don't mind. If the stream dies again, hopefully it doesn't. But if it does again, we will hopefully get back on track.
I thought coming to the surface meant I would never have to face losing my sons to the Darkspawn.
Sounds like you're none too fond of Iwan, dearer.
He's always been such a greedy thing, even as a boy.
Stop talking about my son like that.
He thinks he'll get rich quick off this expedition. He talked that fool Emrys and poor Merrin into going.
What about the other one, Merrin?
Merrin's a dear, sweet lad. Raised him myself since the day his mum died. He's the one who liked the stories best. He wanted to be a hero, though, not just rich. He craved adventure.
Adventure will get a dwarf killed. That boy needs to settle down and earn a trade. Play it safe.
Tell me about Emrys.
He's the oldest, but Iwan's been bossing him around since he learned to talk. Man's near 30 and has no backbone whatsoever.
His mother's death hit him.
Man's is 30. He needs to be better than this.
I'll do everything in my power to bring your sons home.
Why do I keep making friends with people who want to spend all their free time in the bloody deep roads?
Thank you, Mr.
In the bloody deep roads, mate.
Are my life. They entered the deep roads using the same passage you did. Please find them. I will see you rewarded for your efforts.
Sure, I'll look. How many Darkspawn could have come back in 3 years anyway?
I should approve.
Fenris's floating head over Hawk's shoulder.
I'm sorry, but your sons chose this risk. You must trust they can make it out themselves.
Then you condemn my sons to death.
Wow.
Please, Monsieur. It was your trail they followed. If you change your mind, there may still be time to find them.
Are you one of Yevon's sons?
Master Hawk? Please help me. My brother, Merrin. Iwan locked him in with the Darkspawn. He sealed the door. Left me here and bolted for that passage. He's gone mad. All he cares about is that damned sword.
Last time I was here, we picked this place clean. What's your brother looking for?
Iwan called it the Heart Drinker. He says it's the masterwork of an ancient smith from this Tig. He bought a book from one of the Orzammar caravans. It had the location of the sword. Or at least to the golems who guard it.
Is your brother insane or just cruel?
He wouldn't tell us about the sword, but I never imagined he'd leave us to rot.
This is getting just a little too familiar, isn't it?
The Harriet Dubois facial hair.
Poor lad deserves better than
Tequila Sunrise. Dwarven man.
This Iwan does not deserve it.
We'll save your brother, right? We're going to save him.
Maybe
right.
Look for this sword. Sounds like you missed the best thing in here.
Well, Hawk, which will it be? Merrin or the sword?
Another greedy dwarf. You think he took lessons from Bartrand?
Maybe I should have seen this coming. Iwan has been obsessed with that thing.
Wandering the deep roads by himself won't get him coin. It'll get him killed.
Please. I don't want my brother to be eaten by those monsters.
I'll do my best. Go back to your father, and I'll find you when I'm done.
Just point the way and we'll take care of it. He's on the other side of that wall. You need to find a way to reach him. Please, come tell my father as soon as you have news.
Off he goes.
My friend Sandal would never forgive me if I left here without a new sword for him to enchant.
You're going to let Merrin die?
Whoa.
Agreed? You're as bad as Iwan. That passage is filled with Darkspawn. I hope they eat you.
We should go after both if we can.
I need to find someone who'll help.
He's like, yeah, sorry, we're just gonna go for the sword, bro.
Merrin.
No one deserves to die down here.
I thought we protect people.
I don't like the idea of this boy dying alone down here.
Whatever we're doing, we should do it fast. The Darkspawn will return soon.
How is his brother getting killed our fault?
By the stone, I thought I was done for. Wait. You...
They got the same beard.
Hawk. I can't believe it's you.
Matching facial hair.
I had no idea the deep roads would be like this, that the Darkspawn would just be... everywhere. I've heard the stories, but... it's not the same as actually being down here.
Any longer, and the Darkspawn would have had you.
I was a fool to think we could do this by ourselves. I knew Iwan was up to something. He got so evasive every time I asked about the Blighted Sword.
Next time, leave the Darkspawn stomping to the people with the big swords. Sound good?
Or maybe I should get a bigger sword.
Oh, all this talk about swords is making me blush.
The stories weren't made up just to frighten children. These monsters are real.
Believe me, I know that now. I knew Iwan was up to something. He got so evasive every time I asked about the Blighted Sword. I still can't believe he betrayed us. Do you think he's alive?
Yeah, I love
Iwan's
Dragon
probably
Age 2
dead
as
by
well.
now. It's what he deserves.
Yes, but it gives me no satisfaction to know he dug his own grave.
Let's get you out of here before the Darkspawn return.
Of course. I can't thank you enough for coming when you did, Messer.
From what I've heard, he's just as nasty as the Darkspawn. Maybe they'll crown him their new king.
He wasn't always like this. You know, I never realized what the dwarves in Orzammar are up against. They fight these monsters every day of their lives. I don't think I can sit by and let my people die while I enjoy the easy life of a merchant. Not anymore. Come find us when you return. I'm sure Father will want to thank you for saving me.
Iwan, he's not with you. I had hoped...
Father, I told you it would be too late.
He tried to kill Merrin and Emrys, and you're sad he didn't make it?
His betrayal isn't lost on me, Dira. But he'll always be my son. You've given me back 2 of my boys, Messer. I'm in your debt. Please, take this as thanks.
I thought I was done for. Those sodding Darkspawn jumped me out of nowhere. Nearly took my arm off. My apologies. You saved my life, and I don't even introduce myself. I'm Iwan.
You're the man who abandoned his brothers to die at the hands of the Darkspawn.
Bah! I didn't abandon them. Merrin was already lost to the Darkspawn, and leaving Emrys behind was safer for the both of us.
After what Emrys told me, I wasn't sure I'd find you in time.
Emrys is still alive? Good, good. That's good.
When I get saved from being eaten, the first thing I worry about is proper etiquette.
The training of a merchant's son, I guess. I take it you met my brother? I am grateful for your timely arrival, but I'm sure Emrys needs your help more. Fool still believes Merrin can be saved. I'll only be a little longer, I'm sure. Then I can catch up and help you retrieve Merrin's body.
Your love for your siblings is...
Merrin's dead. Nothing's going to change that. Besides, would I really honor my brother's sacrifice by not finishing what we started? We were after a dwarven weapon, trying to make sure it stayed in dwarven hands.
You just lost your brother. Why are you out here instead of with Emrys?
Merrin's dead. Nothing's going to change that. Besides, would I really honor my brother's sacrifice by not finishing what we started? We were after a dwarven weapon, trying to make sure it stayed in dwarven hands.
Emrys said you were after a weapon. I'm here to make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
It's a dwarven artifact. It should be in dwarven hands.
How incredibly noble of you. The ancestors would be proud.
There has to be other treasure here you can hawk. Leave me to mine.
I don't think you're in any position to make demands.
You want the blighted sword, don't you? That's why you're here. You know what? Fine. The weapon is yours if you can get to it. This isn't worth my life.
But it was worth your brother's life.
The man who told me about the sword sold me a control rod for a golem that protects it. You want the sword, you need the rod. What do you say? Everything I paid plus 10% for pain and suffering?
Just take the coin and get out of here before I change my mind.
Well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. Use the rod on the first golem, it should get you past the others.
Varric will settle on a price with you.
All right, it's yours.
I think saving your life is payment enough. Or do you want to go back on that deal? I really don't want to get your blood on me, but you're being so unreasonable. I can't just leave you alone. The Darkspawn will be back in larger numbers.
No, I've come so far. There are more. So many more than I thought.
You're only alive because I wanted information on the weapon. But if you won't help me...
You'd... kill me? You know what? Fine. The weapon is yours if you can get to it. This isn't worth my life.
Coward.
You sacrificed your family for wealth. Pathetic.
Did Iwan speak the truth? Were you too late?
He's hiding something. Tell us the truth. What happened to my poor Merrin?
Iwan said Merrin sealed himself in with the Darkspawn to save his brothers.
Merrin was a hero. He died saving his family. Be proud of your boy.
Merrin idolized you. He'd be honored to know you've acknowledged his sacrifice. You saved 2 of my boys. It's more than I could have asked for. Thank you, Messer.
Huh. I guess I owe you one, Hawk.
I think you should get out of here while you still can, Iwan. Absolutely correct. Not a word of a lie. Merrin died with dignity and honor. Yes.
Just 1 minute. You got your brother killed. Aren't you the least bit upset about that?
Well, Merrin got himself killed. Didn't you hear?
Jesus.
You little shit.
Varric's so
You should
pissed.
punch him. In the face.
I doubt many people would miss this one. I'd kill him.
Varric, you'll get his. I promise.
Leave him be. He's not worth it.
Is that how you remember your youngest brother dying?
Yes. It's just how I once said. Merrin saved us.
Iwan locked Merrin in with the Darkspawn to get more treasure for himself.
What? How dare you?
It's true.
Shut your mouth, Emrys.
No. I'm through listening to you, Iwan. You sealed Merrin in with the Darkspawn so you could go after that blighted weapon.
No! You bastard!
Iwan, is this your own brother? Get out of my sight. I'll kill you myself if I see you again.
Father, You cost me my family, Hawk. This isn't over.
You cost yourself your own family, you bastard.
If you didn't just lose a son, I'd kill Iwan where he stands. He locked Merrin in with the Darkspawn.
I'd have killed him back in the Deep Roads myself.
If you want me to lie for you, you could have at least offered me a bribe first.
What are you talking about, Messer?
Father, Merrin didn't seal himself in with the Darkspawn. Iwan did...
Shut your mouth, Emrys.
That video has plagued this whole entire stream. Oh my god. It won't stop being recommended. Recommend me literally anything else at this point. Anything else. The whole stream since the very beginning. The curse! God, imagine if well, here's the thing, guys. It was either Dragon Age Inquisition or Baldur's Gate 3. What would you have preferred? Us to finish a fantasy series that we'd already started on the channel? Or dive right into another one? We'd probably still be playing that game if I started that. And then Inquisition wouldn't have even started yet. Wouldn't that be a really, really weird... a really weird alternate timeline? That's the thing. Every game I choose to play on the channel is a fork in the road scenario. It's a butterfly effect. I don't think you need to play them first. All right, Alistair being drunk.
I am the Prince of Frelden.
This is Revan's favorite scene.
Saying that.
That's because it's true.
I think it is true, actually. Well, he was a prince in bed. That's all I remember.
Oh, just leave me alone. I've had enough of people like you. You're all the same.
What's happening with his hands? What happened to Alistair's hands?
Oh, just leave me alone. I've had enough of people like you. You're all the same.
Are you okay?
No, not okay. Worse than okay. Disgraced traitor. That's what I am.
Now you've done it. He'll keep on like this all day.
You sound like Morrigan. I am the Prince of Frelden. I'm telling you.
He keeps saying that.
That's because it's true.
He does look a little like King Cailan. Well, now he's drunk in a bar in the ass end of Kirkwall. But aren't we all?
Oh, just leave me alone. I've had enough of people like you. You're all the same.
How about I buy the next one?
I don't need another drink. Okay, maybe I do. Just one. Or two.
Now you've done it. He'll keep on like this all day.
You sound like Morrigan.
Oh, this is so sad. Just like, it's just traumatic conversation on repeat with just a few different options.
Because it's true.
They're really hammering it home.
It is true, actually.
Well, now he's drunk in a bar in the ass end of Kirkwall. But aren't we all?
Oh, just leave me alone. I've had enough of people like you. You're all the same.
Keep a lid on it, Prince.
Right, I'll shut up. Don't speak out. Don't tell anyone that a traitor should die. Oh, no.
Now you've done it. He'll keep on like this all day.
Oh, you sound like Morrigan.
Stupid grey wardens and their stupid rituals. Why does anyone take the joining anyway? What are the wardens good for? Just a stupid club, that's what it is. Everyone hanging around, talking about their taint. Well, I don't need it.
Who's taint?
That's right. I said it. Can't believe Loghain's still alive. He should have hanged. Should have been me, not Loghain. Just leave me alone. I failed you.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Ouch!
This is all Morrigan's fault. I know it.
How does he blame the Morrigan and not the warden? Swooping is bad. There you go.
Yes, I'm still here. What do you want from me?
So you are here.
Oh no.
That's enough, Alistair. I think you've wallowed in self-pity long enough, don't you?
And what am I supposed to do?
Start again. Come with me, back to Ferelden.
Oh.
Damn. That was sincerely depressing. Jesus Christ. It's like the fact that that can even happen, I think, is actually quite fascinating, right? Like, that is something that I think, while I hate that that happens, it's so heartbreaking, I actually think it's brilliant on a game level that you can have characters in your party end up in these particular situations. Like, something bad happens to a character in one game, and you see how, like, the result of that in the next one, even in such a depressing way. It's really kind of fascinating to see Alistair's potential from either king, Grey Warden, or drunk. It's just like so bad, especially tying in with Cullen as well. How Cullen can be a lyrium addict, which is so sad too. And then the Duncan line in there was really sad too. That was just straight up depression. There you go. I lost my connection to Dragon Age because of the internet. I think we're actually gonna call it there. I think that was pretty much going through most of the list that I had for Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. So I wanted to focus on those two games in this stream because we did a lot of Inquisition stuff, and honestly, there is a lot more Inquisition stuff. There is a lot more Origins and Dragon Age 2 stuff as well. There's just a lot to take in, and we can't realistically react to it all, otherwise we'll be here forever. But I am planning to do some potential novel readings eventually. I want to finish up my romance reactions as well. We've only done 2 so far, so I do want to check the rest of the Origins the rest of the romances out, and then sharing other things as well. Give it time. I won't be like rushing it all out. so I'll still sort of maybe drip feed out some Dragon Age related content when I'm in the mood for it. I don't want to like force myself to do it and just continue to be burnt out on the Dragon Age series, because there is obviously a lot of stuff to take in, but there is things that I'm excited to consume content wise and to share with you. So thank you so much for joining this stream for some Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 focus. Had a lovely time, and thank you for bearing with me through a little bit of a technical difficulty, losing connection for a little bit there, but we managed to salvage the stream and actually end it properly. But genuinely, three streams for a series as a wrap-up is pretty impressive still. Like, a lot of celebration and discussion over this beautiful series. And I really appreciate you all being here, and for the journey that we've had over the past year for Dragon Age. It's been a massive year on the channel, specifically for Dragon Age, and I'm excited for 2024 and what's coming next, because we have more Dragon Age reaction content. Hopefully we will get some good news about Dragon Age 4, and I've also got plenty of other exciting new Let's Plays dropping on the channel next year as well. So thank you so much for being here, everyone. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. And Midnight Dreary right at the end there before we cap it off. Thank you so much as well for the super chat for the $10. Much appreciated. And I will see you next time.